live again. What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. Oh, hey, I'm back. I'm back from the beach. How about that, huh? A little bit different scenery tonight for me.
What's going on, man? Now we brought the beach to the background. So
That's right. That's right. Do I look any tanner? Do I? No, I don't. The lights are still making me look really white. I swear I have a bit of a tan. I swear. No one's going to believe me.
The question is, what do your feet look like?
Well, Andy, you know I socked those up. Those are my pride and joy. I can't have those burn. So those get socks and SPF 50. You know that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Well, it's America week, right? It's 4th of July. We had this weekend. Hopefully you had a good 4th of July, Andy. I know we did.
I did. I had a great 4th of July.
I tell you what, they canceled the fireworks were in Ocean City, but you would never know that from the beach because I think we saw a better show on the beach right in front of our condo than we would at Northside Park. So it was crazy. I mean, these were serious fireworks on the beach, like we're literally 100 feet from us. It was crazy. It was awesome. My kids didn't go to sleep till like 10 o'clock, but 10:30. But that's all good. Had a good time.
That's awesome.
How about you?
Yeah. Well, let's see. What did I do for the 4th? Oh, I went to my parents for a little picnic.
Well, that's good.
Kind of run of the mill, nothing too crazy, but it was fun and needed, I would say. So
I know. Well, that's good.
Finally took a couple days off of work. So
you deserve that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But man, we already got a lot of people on. So
yeah, we got Ocean Arts, we got Robot Scott, Craft Beer Reviews, Finish the Glass, Dorito.
Shade, what's going on? We got Jimmy's Dorito here.
Oh, Brian Miller's in the house. I'm so glad Brian Miller's here because I don't know how you can say we don't like. This is very subjective. This topic tonight, so I don't think he can call us out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he can't fact check where we want to go, right? I mean, where we want to go is where we want to go.
Well, you know what? I have a feeling he'll find a way to fact check something. So welcome, Brian. Good to see you.
America, as Scott says, America. This is all about America tonight.
Yeah, we're going patriotic, as you can tell by my Def Leppard shirt and hat. We're going patriotic tonight, which is nice.
How is that patriotic?
Well, they're the greatest band of this and/or any generation.
But they're from England.
That's all right. We've adopted them. You're allowed. They have dual citizenship.
Oh, they do. Oh,
cheers. Yeah.
No, like American flag glass. Anyway, so this would be funny because I don't think on our channel we have ever reviewed like macro beers. I don't think we've ever done it. We certainly haven't done it. I know we haven't, and I don't drink a lot of them. But tonight we're not only doing the beers, we're also doing some big time American whiskey that everyone knows, Jack Daniels.
That's right. It is anything and everything Jack tonight when we do our whiskey of the week.
Oh, I can't wait.
And for our
I got some questions on that. Cool. Not to stop you, because when we get to it, I got some questions on this Jack Daniels I got. I know Scott and you may be able to answer it for me, but I got some questions. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, well, Brian, my condolences. Man. I'm sorry to hear that. And
oh man,
I'm sure that is rough for you.
So on the 4th of July, dang.
That's tough. Hopefully we'll bring you a little joy tonight and
hang
out amongst some friends. And we're
sorry about that, Brian. Dang. That is not ever anything good to go through. I know that. So sorry about that, buddy.
But yeah, I think tonight will be fun. And it's kind of in the spirit of summer, people just in a non-COVID world when we're not wearing masks and things aren't shut down and reopened, we were thinking, where would we want to go?
Yeah.
Where have we not been? And I think it's kind of a cool topic for this week. So it's different. Usually we're doing songs or music or games, something like that. But this is
TV shows.
Well, look, this is all about, top 10 lists don't have to be TV shows and stuff like that. I mean, there's all kinds of top 10 lists. So this is a little new for us, but I like it.
I tell you what, this was a lot easier to do my list because again, you know where you want to go. I mean, you've been to places you love, and then there's other places you're like, oh man, I really wish I could get there. So whereas most lists, you got to do a little bit of research, make sure you're not missing some things, which I always do anyway. But this was sort of easy. You can just kind of sit back and say, okay, here's a list. I'll start writing down. Okay, I want to go here, and then where does it rank in that top 10 list? And it was pretty easy. It's fun. So hopefully we have a lot of different places. So, usually sometimes it's like, oh, you've hit all the ones. I think we should be able to bring people on, and they should be able to. I mean, this is so subjective.
Yeah.
I think we should get a lot of input.
So I think tonight, since it's all things America tonight, we're going, cheap American beer, which we'll crack open in a sec. We're going to go, good old fashioned Jack Daniels. Again, it's not Kentucky, but this is Tennessee whiskey, but it's good stuff. And everybody knows that Jack and Coke is synonymous around here.
That's true.
And if you've been to some of these places, or there's places that you wish you could go to, or things that we've missed, jump on, talk to us. Wait till we're done if you want, and tell us what we missed. I mean, obviously, there's going to be tons of stuff that we've missed, or places that you've been. So this should be fun.
Yeah, the question is, as you said, COVID notwithstanding, how many of these top 10 lists will we each ever get to? That's the question. I mean, some of these are bucket list type of things. I certainly am not going anytime soon. We have both young kids, so that'll be interesting to look back 20 years from now when we're still doing this, hopefully, right?
That's right.
And say, Andy, you remember that top 10 list we did back in 2020? How many have we been to? Hopefully we get to some.
We'll have to see. Micah asked, he said Texas better be on that list.
Uh-oh.
So now I didn't put Dallas because I'm going. So I told you, we're going to go see a Stars game, man.
Well, I've been to Texas. I love Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is great. I'm not sure it made my list, though. I mean, the two places
remember, this is places we haven't been. So
correct.
Some of these places we've been to. So
I love San Antonio.
Yep. Think about some places that you haven't been to.
Yeah.
And that's going to be kind of hop on, like you wish you could go, but
exactly,
it's kind of on that list.
Correct. So there's places I love going to. Like, for instance, just here's a spoiler for me, San Diego. I've been there. I absolutely love that city. It's one of my favorite cities to ever visit. Great beer scene, just great scene in general. But I've been there, so it didn't make my list.
And I think some of the tie-ins tonight, looking at our list, there will be a little bit of beer and some spirits and stuff in these lists, which is kind of fun.
I haven't seen your list yet, so I didn't take a sneak peek.
Okay,
so
cool. Awesome.
I don't know.
Well, I will say this: we did say that we were going to go cheap beer tonight. So
let's do the first crack of the night. Hey, let's do it, man! First beer of the night.
All right.
Beer.
That's the sound I'm going to make when I drink this beer. By the way.
I think you're
All right. I've got a Miller Lite. That's my first beer of the night. Beer break. I have another one. What do you got?
I have Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's about as America you can get there, Andy.
I mean, let me tell you something. Walking up to the counter and they said, "That'll be $4.99, sir." I was like, "Wow, where has this been all my?" I was right back to college when I was scraping to get quarters together to buy crap like this. I was like, "This is fantastic." So
for a 6-pack.
For a 6-pack, yeah.
I'm not sure that's going to bode well for you later, Andy. But hey, it helped you at the register. Here's the funny thing. Here's a beer. I got this from the back of the fridge. This was the back of the fridge. Guess what the born on date on this is?
Can't wait for that.
July 30th, 2018. I think it's still okay because look, the thing that dissipates in beer is hops, right? Hop aroma, hop flavor. There's no hops in this. There's probably a hop cone in each barrel they make of this. So this should taste exactly the same 2 years later, I think.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it probably won't, but you won't know the difference. So that's the good part.
Well, let's crack it open. Here we go. First crack of the night.
And no glass needed for these puppies.
No glass at all. Cheers there, brother. Happy America birthday.
All right.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not great, but I can drink that beer, especially when it's hot out. What do you think of yours? Pabst Blue Ribbon, Andy. What's that tasting like?
I mean, I'm glad it's $3.99 or $4.99. it's so not good.
It's worse than Miller Lite? I take it.
Well, I haven't had Miller Lite in a while either, but
hey. I mean, Miller Lite's like water. I mean, right? I mean, honestly, there's not a lot to it. It's got a little bit of breadiness to it. There's no hop aroma or flavor in it. It's just all Pilsner malt. And I think, what's that taste like? Does that taste like a can, like a copper can, or what does that taste like? Tin can? Is it canny?
As it says, this is the original Pabst Blue Ribbon with the choicest products. Only the finest hops and grains are used. Well, it doesn't say what fine hops or grains. All I know is that this thing actually tastes pretty terrible.
Evan
So
says, Evan from Weird Beer Reviews said, "Are we ignoring the fact that it won a blue ribbon? So what if it was the 19th century?" I
I don't know how
love
many
those
people.
guys.
This is against
Cheers,
Olympia
Weird Beer.
Black Label. It was. Ooh,
So here's the
yikes!
thing. I know Jimmy Ocean Arch. You're probably drinking. I wish Jody was on because I know Jody drinks this kind of beer. He drinks great whiskey, but drinks the cheap beer. So if you ever from Bourbon Bounty, tell us. Hopefully, you're drinking some kind of macro, mass-produced American light or regular beer. Come on, tell us what you're drinking there. No craft beers tonight. Can we do it?
Well, if you want a craft beer to wash it down with, I think that makes a little bit of sense. But
That's a good point.
there we go.
Ultra
Jimmy's
Gold.
got Ultra Gold. Nice. All
There
right.
you go.
So I think what better way to start us on our voyage of our trip through America than PBR and
Miller
Bud or
Lite.
Miller.
Miller Lite. I've got another one coming up next. It's another good one. So just for the beer break, I'm saving that one for the beer break.
All right. Well, are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody else is drinking with us, but it looks like it's just Jimmy with Ultra Gold. I can't believe Weird Reviews, Micah Craft Beer Review finished a glass. I don't know if Vanessa Kitty drinks ever. I know Robot Scott, he's a whiskey drinker, but he's got to have some kind of American light beer in that beach house down. He's in Ocean City. I'm hopefully going to meet up with him this week if I can get away.
The more you sip on this, the better it gets.
See? It warms up, right?
I feel like I'm going to a tailgate. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Well, look at that. All right, good. It's Evan, right? Evan, isn't it Evan from Weird Beer Reviews? I think it's his name, right? Why did I blank on his name? I think it's Evan.
Trash can of Miller Lite.
Yeah, literally 25 ounces. Here's the thing. Right. The beer I had for the beer break, I could have gone for the 16 ounce, but I didn't want to drink that much of it, so I went for the 12 ounce. But Weird Beer Reviews.
I know what you're referencing.
Yeah, Weird Beer Reviews said I'm going for the 25 ouncer. Good for you, man. I like it. Oh, Leinenkugel. Now, here's a question. Brian Miller, I think Leinenkugel is probably a macro beer, don't you think? They're not craft.
I think that was like in that original wave of macro beers, and I think you'll see me pull something out.
Or you mean craft beers, original wave of craft beers?
Yes, like way back in the day, because they've been around for a hot second. They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
So
the Summer Sandy in a 95-degree night, you better believe that's probably a nice, refreshing. Hey, there's Rod J.
Hey,
Rod, amazing beer review channel. Hopefully you guys know him. If not, please go over and check him out because he does some good stuff. Great live streams. Now, Rod, we're doing all things America tonight. We're drinking America Macro, Miller Lite, Pabst Blue. We got more to come. It's all about the macro crap beers tonight. I said crap, not craft.
Interchangeable, Todd, but that's fine.
Oh, he says Leinenkugel is not craft and is macro. See, there we go. I think we're right.
All right, so
the 25 ounce Miller Lite was only $2.99 or $13.50 at a baseball game. That's the funny part.
These are like late night gas station pickups. You're like, oh, what do they have in singles here as you're driving somewhere through a state? You're like, okay, I'll get the 22 ounce of this. Yeah, that's nice.
Hold on. Mike is saying the Sam Adams IPA is horrible. No, I don't think it's the best IPA, but I don't think it's horrible. I mean, especially Rebel IPA. I don't think it's terrible. What's horrible about it? Ugh.
Where are you seeing that?
Craft Beer Reviews finished the glass. This is horrible. Sam Adams IPA.
So I'm going to tell you, I agree with Mike on that. I don't like
horrible.
I don't like their IPA. I'm not.
I don't know when the last time I had one though. I got honestly, it's been a while.
I think almost all of Sam's stuff is overrated. To be truthfully honest with you, that's just my opinion. I am not a fan of their style. But
I don't think their Boston Lager actually is a bad beer.
Don't like it. I don't like their Oktoberfest.
I think that's pretty good too. I don't think it's bad.
I'm not a fan.
All right. Well,
maybe I just don't like Boston.
Here's a question: Is Sam Adams a craft beer anymore? I mean, honestly, I know they are the first. Well, considered like the first big craft beer brew. I mean, they weren't always as big as they are now, but would you consider a Sam Adams Boston Lager a craft beer? That's a question right there.
Well, I'm getting 100% spot ons here from my assessment of Sam Adams.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just
all right. Well, I guess horrible to me was a bit much. I've had worse beers than Sam Adams IPA.
They did have one I loved. Remember the Patascala beer that they had, which was the Red X? It kind of was the inspiration for the Red Rye.
Yes. All right, there you go.
So there's one, and that was never made again. So whatever. And Ocean's not a Sam Adams
fan. Does Sam Adams make anything that's really good? I guess not. That's true. My worry is what their effect they're having on Dogfish. that merger. I haven't seen anything crazy from Dogfish. They used to Dogfish used to be the off-centered. What's going on with Dogfish?
My guess is they did have an effect on them, and it's in the pocket of everyone at Dogfish, and they're pretty happy that they made that deal. So
I hear radio advertisements now for Dogfish on the radio here. I'm like, what? Radio advertisement? What?
Sometimes you get too big and things change. So in 2 years, Todd, when we have 8,000 people on our live stream,
I'll take 80 for right now, Andy. We can't even get to 20.
I like the small, intimate atmosphere. Man.
Exactly.
This is good.
Rod's saying Sam Adams doesn't do much for. See, I guess the consensus is Sam Adams sucks.
Well, here's the thing. Again,
it doesn't do anything for me either. I haven't bought a Sam Adams beer.
For those of you who are on with us last week, Todd did say that he would crack open a Sam Adams when he was listening to Alanis Morissette. So that was.
Man, you jump from one thing to an extreme real quick, don't you?
That was his jagged little pill. So he's good.
Man,
I'm just messing with.
Yeah, Dogfish. See, Micah believes Dogfish. I agree with you on that. We were huge proponents of Dogfish. We live literally 2 hours from the brewery. We've gone there. There's a video on our channel of the brewery. We did a whole tour on it, and I really was all about. I still love their 75-minute IPA in cask maples. I think it's great. I think they do some good things that are sort of one-offs, but they really have not put out much lately. I don't think.
Here's the thing. Being big doesn't mean you have to sacrifice quality or even some new expressions. That's what I like about Stone. Stone is massive.
Yeah.
Still, it's quality that keeps being put out.
I agree.
I love Stone stuff, and they're huge. So, and Jimmy says, Todd, that's ironic. So,
man, you say one thing and you get labeled Alanis Morissette fan. I just said she wasn't the worst artist of all time. Again, it's like Sam Adams. I said it wasn't horrible, and you guys are grilling me. What's going on tonight?
No, she's close. Now, would you?
Right. Yes.
Should we start our?
Let's go. Hey, let's take a trip around the United States of where Andy and I want to go, and maybe we can get some input from you guys if you've been there, how good or bad it is.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, what?
I have an intro, so get your share ready.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10 list. Let's go.
This is our top 10 list from our home office in Butte, Montana.
Oh, Andrew, you never cease to amaze me.
That was fun.
That was fun. Did you guys like that? Look at that little intro Andy's done. Man, we're getting big time, Andy.
Yeah, see, we got a little production value going on there. And
Todd,
I saw that Beavis and Butthead clip, so that's all about Todd.
What's that?
I saw the Beavis and Butthead clip. I had to put in there for you. I was like, oh my goodness,
yeah.
Speaking of which, just because I know you're a fan, they just got renewed for 2 brand new seasons.
They did.
I thought of you when I saw that.
What channel? Do you know?
I have no idea.
All right. So, again, we're getting off topic real quick. But you guys like that? I mean, come on, give Andy some props we're trying to make this a fun show.
Yeah, we're little things every now and then. Beer Hounds, what's up? All the way from Cali. Fantastic.
Oh, cool. Nice. I think you'll see some California places on our, at least it's on mine. So
I believe so. So, all right, Todd, I guess you are first up on
okay, let's go.
Our list here.
Episode 14. Andy, this is the 14th episode of this. That's how cool is that? Unbelievable. We should do something big for like the 20th or 25th episode. I don't know what that should be, but we should celebrate that, right?
I love it. We'll think of something.
All right, here we go. Louisville, Kentucky for me, number 10. And there's a couple of things. One, I've actually never been to Kentucky, and I want and there now that I've got this newfound appreciation, I've always wanted to go there actually for baseball and like Louisville Slugger, and I've always heard it's a really cool city to go to, and it's not far from where we live, honestly. But I've never been. Have you been to Louisville?
I have not. In fact, I don't know if you can see the screen rolling or not, but yeah,
there you go.
There's the Louisville Museum.
So yeah, there's 2 things. We're big into the Preakness here in Baltimore, and I would love to go to, the Running of the Roses, the Kentucky Derby. So that's one thing. Louisville Slugger, and now the third thing that kind of put them at number 10 for me was when Robot Scott and everybody's been talking about sort of this, this whiskey bourbon tour, or whatever it is, and you go to Louisville and you can hit all these great distilleries. To me, that put it over the top. To me, that put that in the 10 spot. There's a couple other ones that I was going to put here, but those three things together, how fun would that be to take a trip to Louisville?
It's definitely on my bucket list. I'll tell you that right now. In fact, you might see it pop up somewhere close. But so here's go ahead. What are you laughing at?
Weird beer reviews.
Yeah, I don't know what made me spell my Miller Lite. The awesome production failure, the taste of Miller Lite. Probably both. That's fantastic.
Oh, Andy, hit the cue. We just got a super chat.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you. That is not just awesome. That's elite, baby.
I got a quarterback option with elite sauce.
Elite sauce? That's me. I'm elite.
Very, very cool.
Micah, craft beer reviews. Finish the glass. Here's the thing. If you guys have not checked them out, please do. One of the things they call us out or me out, and Mike, when you come on, I'll show you. I've got something for you. But their reviews are and I love people who do things different. Not to sidetrack, but they do like they pick up. Right now, they're picking topics. So like they did, I think Hefeweiss or what was it, wheat beers. They did blonde ales. They get like 4 beers, and they just review blonde ales, various blonde ales, and then they rank which ones they want. And they have this big board of all the beers that they've reviewed, and they keep a list, a running list. Now they're up to like, I want to say like 40 or 30 beers that they're ranking on their reviews, and they place them no matter what the style, what the type of beer, what their top 40 beers are. I think it's genius. I love that idea. I watched like a 30-minute episode of it. It's really cool. I love that they're great together. They're, husband and wife. Good. Go check them out, please. Anyway, sorry.
Very cool. No, not at all. That's very cool. We thank you again, guys. That's awesome. So,
Rod is 70 miles south. Well, here's the thing. We got to do a meetup. If we can do a meetup with Rod J, that makes Louisville move up, I think. Maybe I should have put it higher. I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool. And he also said the Muhammad Ali Center is sweet there, which is pretty cool. So
God, there you go. There you go.
got to hook up with people also who know the area and know like the gems to hit. So that's really, really cool.
Yes. All right. So that's my number 10. Andy, what's your number 10? Whoa. Andy, what is this? Pembina? Is that how you say it?
Pembina, Todd. There is honestly, I could not think of a more American place than Pembina, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just never heard. What is in Pembina, North Dakota?
Well, as you look at the screen here, you can see how beautiful it is. There's a church.
I'm not looking at that. I don't see. Okay.
Well, there's a town. There's another church. I think there's 2 churches there, but it's at the very tip of North Dakota, which is actually just 1 hour and 20 minutes shy of Winnipeg, Manitoba. If I go there, I can actually go see my Jets. I can go see my Jets play, and that's what I wanted to do forever. So if I get to Pembina, I can probably get to Winnipeg, which is where I want to go.
We'll take you to Winnipeg, one of my favorite places.
Yeah, Andy, Winnipeg is not the United States.
I know that was just on my comment there, buddy. That was from our old. I could not do that. I want to go to Winnipeg so bloody bad that it made my list. Pembina, it's the closest one to Winnipeg, and we got a Capitals fan in here. Go ahead.
Who's a Capital fan?
Caps fan.
Outdoors in Maryland. First of all, how's the rockfish going and crabbing? And 2, he mentioned Key West. Stay tuned. That's all I have to say, Sam. Stay tuned. Outdoors in Maryland.
Yep. So I want to go to Winnipeg, Todd. So if I get to Pembina, I feel like
what Jimmy just said. Ocean, you have a freezing fascination. I agree with that. Most of my places are all warm, but Andy's is not.
I do have some cold places. I'm not going to lie to you, but that's
you do. All right, Andy. So wait, hold on. Besides Winnipeg, is there any other redeeming quality about Pembina, North Dakota?
Oh, I looked at it. I mean, if they have one gas station in that town, it's probably a lot.
So you would use that. That's basically your way of getting Winnipeg on this list.
I honestly, I think it's the last place that you can pee before you cross the border. So that's probably outside.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Pembina, North Dakota makes my list. Congratulations.
All right. Denver, Colorado. Okay, so here's where the beer comes into play, and you're going to see a few of these for me today or tonight. again, I've only flown into Denver as like a stop in between to the West Coast. So I've never, I mean, I've flown there, but I've never gone there. Has anyone in the,
Look at that skyline, man.
I don't know, have you ever gone to the Mile High City, Andy? Have you ever been there? Like actually stayed there and experienced Denver?
I have not, but if you see the rolling screen here, Todd, this has got all kinds of. Well, there's home of the Mile High Miracle too. I put that on there.
There you go. That's nice.
But I read this, Todd, over 150 breweries, which I figured was probably one of the reasons.
That is the number one reason. I don't really ski anymore. I've got a torn ACL, so for me, it's all about. It looks like a cool site, like this, like you show in this picture, but also it's basically the beer. It's all about the beer.
Yep. And but it looks gorgeous. It really does.
Has anybody in the chat ever been to Denver, and does it live up to the hype of like just being a cool city with a ton? I mean, if you're a craft beer fan, I guess. I mean, I could see going there, maybe, I don't know, just for a few days, like a long weekend, and hitting a bunch of breweries around the area and coming home. That's all I do. I don't actually go to any ski mountains, anything else. Just go to breweries. That would be awesome.
You're getting some props. Colorado is beautiful. Craft beer breweries. I used to drive through all the time when I lived in Montana. It seemed pretty cool. So,
nice. There you go. All right.
It's also known, Todd, as the Sunshine State.
You had moved to, what do you call it?
Denver.
Oh, the Sunshine State. On Denver. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yes, Andy, well done. One of my top favorite movies, comedy movies of all time. I love it.
I like getting it from you early. I think I could find.
That's why you're handing on. I like it though. I'll get it to you early if you can do things like that. That there you go. All right, there's my number 9, Denver, Colorado.
State, gorgeous.
Sunshine, gorgeous. That's a great scene there too. He's supposed to.
Jimmy says the elevation does help you get buzz faster. So there's a little perk.
I don't need that help, but okay, I'll take it. Whatever, it's good. Yeah,
I'd say 150 breweries will get you to that point.
You got that right.
That's
all right,
awesome.
Andy. What is your number 9? Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Look at that! Wow.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
why Jackson Hole? You don't ski.
Well, I like to watch people ski, I guess.
I would love to see you ski. God, I would love to see you ski. Oh my God.
I was supposed to go skiing once, and then I didn't go.
Could anybody in the chat see Andy skiing down a mountain in Jackson Hole, Wyoming? I mean, just think of that.
Look at how beautiful it is out there. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. I mean, if you just wouldn't want to go hang out at these resorts and just kind of
sure.
I mean, look at this. The town looks like you stepped into a fairy tale.
But don't you usually go there to go skiing, though? I mean, yes.
No, there's all kinds of stuff there. Skiing's kind of the draw, but this is supposed to be one of the most it's supposed to be a really cool destination, and I've always wanted to go there. I think it's a great spousal destination, so I'd like to go with my wife and kind of check this place out. But it's supposed to be awesome. Again, I have this infatuation with the big sky country, as you'll probably see.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I knew that, and it certainly is. I listen. If I still ski like I did in high school, I would probably put this on the list because it is like amazing skiing. Plus, it's in Wyoming, and you love Wyoming, so there's two birds with one stone. But I don't know. I think you got to ski if you went to Jackson Hole, I think you'd have to at least put on skis and try to ski. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at that. Weird beer reviews. Jackson Hole is fantastic. There's a lot of money there. It's great in the summer too. So yeah, I've heard.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
here's a cool town.
Yeah, and just a side note, Sam at Outdoors in Maryland is editing a new crabbing video. If you want to see awesome fishing outdoors, there's the man. So I can't wait to see that video there, Sam. All right. Outdoors in Maryland. All right, Andy.
Like Micah and Jimmy are Southerners. It's a little too cold, so no way for them.
Okay.
Go in the summer.
Don't worry.
There's sun in the summer out in the big sky country.
That is true. All right, let's get on to my number 8, Alaska. So really anywhere in Alaska. And here's the thing. I probably would want to do like an Alaska cruise, going on a cruise, just so you could see, like, I don't know, to see various places, see the glaciers, to see, my parents, here's the thing. They've done a couple of cruises. They actually went on a cruise from hell one time. I don't know if my parents are watching from down the beach, but they did the Alaska thing where you fly to Alaska, but they got stuck in Chicago.
There's a little plane. Yep.
They got stuck in Chicago though with, this was just a few years ago. So and they could not get a hotel room. It's in the middle of I don't know, something. I think the NBA finals were going on in Chicago, it was the NHL finals, the Blackhawks. This is how long ago it was. They were in the finals. They couldn't get a hotel room. Their flight got canceled. They had to sleep with my 80-year-old aunt in the airport. When they got to Alaska, they missed the train that takes them picturesque to the next town. Then they got on the ship finally and got food poisoning and were quarantined to their room for 4 days.
Yeah,
And
that sounds like a lot of fun.
so that scares me about Alaska, but they say it's amazing there, and I'd love to see it.
Even I mean, there's some prominent people have actually moved there because just for a better life.
Bear with me.
Alaska?
Alaska, a place where you can't be too fat or too drunk, where no one says things like, let's see your high school equivalency certificate.
You're having too much fun with this, Andy. Well done.
Don't expect this every week, and I ran out of steam around the top 3, so don't worry. But this,
Okay.
yeah, it would be fun.
It's
and I
just
think
so
a cruise
bloody
would be
long to get to. I mean, it's a commitment to get to. So, I don't know. It's just something on a bucket list. I don't know if I ever get there, but maybe one day.
Brian said, "Slow down now. Cruise is not a wise move these days." You're right. We're this is a world where we're hoping that things are back to normal before we go and visit. I would not.
That
do
is
any of this
true.
stuff.
And my mom is watching. She chimed in. That was the cruise from hell. Sorry, Mom, to bring that up. It just
Oh, that sounds awful, Todd. But
yeah, that's the other thing. Rajay said go on the summer solstice. It's like it's light out for what 23 out of 24 hours. I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night, and you think it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That could probably be good for drinking, right? I mean, it's just an all day party.
It's supposed to be awesome. I mean, again, I think we could probably
at midnight. He golfed at midnight. Golfed at midnight. How fun is that?
That's really cool.
So anyway,
that's really cool. Honestly, I think you could hit all 50 states probably.
Yeah.
And find something like just really cool in each one of them, maybe except for Delaware. But I mean, I think that
it's true.
No, I'm kidding. I actually like Delaware a lot, but
there's not a lot there. But anyway.
There's not. But it's a good place to retire.
It is. All right, Andy, you're number 8. I'm telling you, what was your 10?
My 10 was that was Pembina.
Yeah, so you've been 3 Big Sky destinations, right?
Yep. Well,
all right, Grand Teton.
Yep. It's honestly, I've always wanted to go here, and I know that Yellowstone's kind of the big draw, but this place just looks amazing, Todd. I mean, if you check out just look at the views of some of these. I mean, I'm blown away by how beautiful it is out there, and obviously I like bison to eat. So
yeah, I mean, I think if you remember Matt and Kay from Happy Trails Hiking, and right, our good friends from back in the day that we've had on the show before we started doing this thing, and I think they did a video from Grand Teton or whatever, and it is pretty amazing. I'll give you that.
It looks gorgeous, and again, this is that one part of the country to me that feels like it's so different than everything else. And I just want to get out there. I just one of these days.
Anybody in the chat say anything?
I mean, look at this. How could you not want to go out? And
Jimmy says Grizzlies love it. I don't know if you're talking about Alaska or Grand Teton. Probably Alaska, I guess.
The old Grizzlies. How bad can they be? They seem like lovable bears.
And you guess who just came in the chat? Our old friend Flacco from Flacco's Beer Review. That's been a while.
It has
Highlight
been a while.
that. Man, it's been a long time, buddy. He's down there in Texas. So Micah from Craft Beer Reviews Finished the Glass and Flacco's Beer Reviews, there are 2 Texan beer review channels. So you guys need to hook up.
Yep.
2 awesome channels. So hopefully you guys can do that.
And we're drinking really good beer tonight, buddy. I've got Pabst Blue Ribbon and Todd's got.
I finished mine already. I finished it.
I'm almost done too. This stuff is like water.
It's easy to drink, man. I mean, it is. It's literally. What's the ABV on a Miller Lite? Anybody know that? I can't even see it on here. Do they even put it on here?
It's like no, it's not. It's like 4. It's around 4%. All these things are around 4%. But I mean,
and it's only 96 calories, Andy.
Yeah, that's how we say so. Svelte.
I still don't see it. I don't see an ABV on here though. Oh, there it is. 4.7. 4.7. There it is on there. Very small. Okay. Sorry. All right, Andy, you're all about Grand Teton. All right. So going on to my number 7. All right. So I know this sounds kind of, not manly. After you just
stop it, Todd. This is awesome.
But,
this is cool. This is a cool place. I would love to go to Napa.
I would love to go to Napa.
Own it, man. Own it. This is awesome.
It's I've been to San Francisco, been LA, been to you've been to those places, but I don't know. I do like you love wine. I like wine too. My wife loves wine. I know she would really like to go there. I mean, who wouldn't like going places where you can just sit outside and look at
That's
amazing scenery?
Behringer,
Yeah.
by the way. It's so
There you
funny.
go.
That shot was a Behringer vineyard, which is not good wine, but that vineyard is just gorgeous. I mean, you look at this place. This is amazing. How you would not want to just, I mean, look at that. That's just,
sit back,
yeah.
drink some wine, maybe even bring a bottle of bourbon, a good bourbon, and just taking that view while you sit there and drink a wine and then a bourbon
Take
or
a
something
little
like that.
gondola ride with your spouse. Look at that, man.
There you go.
It's gorgeous.
So anyway, that's me. I think we'll get. I think me and my wife will eventually get there. I think so. Once our kids are older and you can do things, she really likes wine. I think she would love to do this. So eventually we'll get there. I think. I think this is one we will get to. I have relatives that live in California as well. So her sister lives out there. So I think we'll get there eventually. Not in Napa, but about 2 hours away.
Look, I'm just going to say, Todd, I'm with you on this and own that because it is. I've got one coming right up. I absolutely love wine, and I am not a huge. I like Napa wine. California wine's not my favorite wine, which is why it didn't make my top 10.
Okay.
But
all right, go to number 7. Oh, the Willamette Valley, Oregon. Now, interesting. So tell us about that.
Two reasons. One, I think the wine that comes out of this region is better. The climate is a little more suitable for. It's not these big fruit bombs that you get from Napa.
Okay.
They also grow a ton of hops out there, and they have a
Willamette
ton of
hops. I was about to say that. That must be where Willamette hop is grown.
So if you look at this, I mean, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, if you look at this just on the screen tonight, you're getting like the scenic tour, people of the beautiful spots in our country.
Let me bring you. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to up this quality.
Where is that? Or is it near like Portland? Or how would you get there? Flying to Portland, and where would you go? I don't know where that is. Eugene. I don't know what. You don't know where it is either.
I think it's below Spokane, if I'm not mistaken. Here's where Brian Miller can fact check us. He can fact check because
he can. Totally can.
But yeah, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful place.
Weird Beer Reviews. There you go, saying the best Pinot Noir in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Their Pinot is fantastic.
Andy, you got a new best friend. You got a new best friend.
I love making new best friends. Yeah, and they do have the best Pinot by far. When I worked in a wine store when I was teaching in Baltimore City, you made no money, so you had to work in a wine store at night. So it was cool because I tasted some of the most beautiful wines. And I'm telling you, the Willamette Valley Pinot Noirs were absolutely fantastic. The ones from Napa, they get so much sun. They're this big, overly ripe, just big fruit bombs. But the ones from those colder climates, the temperate climates, are beautiful. So
does it get really cold there? Like here in Maryland, it gets too cold for having a good grape. Then, right? Like this. So it doesn't. I take it doesn't snow in Oregon. It just gets colder than say Napa, right?
Yeah,
because that would kill it.
Well, the nights are cool, the days are warm. That's kind of like the perfect climate for growing grapes.
And we're getting a lesson on how to say it. I am, at least. It's Willamette. Is that what I'm reading that right? Willamette Valley? Willamette? From Weird Beer Reviews right there. Do you see that? Andy, are you there?
I do see that. I'm watching. I was listening to you pronounce it.
Well, how do you say it?
So I thought it was Willamette, but maybe it's Willamette. I guess I am wrong too.
Oh, well, hey, there you go. Anyway, so now you're getting fact checked by we got 2 fact checkers, Brian Miller now, and when he's not here, we've got I think it's Evan, right? Hopefully I'm not saying the right. Hopefully, I think it is Evan. Weird Beer Reviews. All right, Andy, you're number 7.
Well, you've called him Evan all night, so for
we're
tonight,
gonna keep there.
You can be Evan. So the end of it is damn it. So Willamette. Yeah. Is that how? Damn it.
Damn it. Willamette. We could do. Listen, I'm calling it Willamette. All right, that's how I say it. God dang it, that's what it looks like to me. I'm not from around these parts, so let's move off.
Brian Miller, he said, reminds him Sideways. I'm not drinking any low. Great movie, by the way. Great movie, by the way.
Oh, Handy, both at number 6 is Kauai.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I mean, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. I mean, again, another nice place to look at it if you just watch.
So you've not been to Hawaii at all.
Stunning.
So you've never been to Hawaii.
Never.
Right?
Never.
So
Have you?
My wife and I, we went to Oahu and then Maui for our honeymoon when we were married. So to me, Maui is
That's right. I forgot.
one of the best places on this earth. It's absolutely the road to Hana was absolutely awesome. Just the whole, I guess it's the west side of Maui. It's just amazing. And my brother and sister-in-law went to Kauai, and they loved it. It's a little bit like less populated. It's very, very like out there. You know what I mean? It's not as commercialized. So if there's another island, I would definitely go back to Maui, and I would want to go to Kauai too. So how about you?
No, I have always wanted to go somewhere, and this feels different than like Florida tropical. Like this feels like island tropical to me.
There's nothing like it, man. When you're sitting on the beach in Maui, it's, and you see like Lanai and Kala. There's another you can see from Maui, like 2 other islands. And there's like whales and there's like sea turtles that just come up. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how it's expensive. I'll get up. What's that?
Jimmy said Hawaii. That would be nice. I have to get some beach socks. That's probably for you though, Todd.
Jimmy, I had some beach socks when I was in Hawaii. It's pretty hot there. We went in July.
Scott asked what he missed. He said he's back. What did he miss? And Monica's here. What's up? You guys didn't miss too
Monica,
much.
what's going on?
But Todd, you're right. You did go to Hawaii for your honeymoon, didn't you?
Yes, 10 days. We went to Oahu for 3 days, and then another like 6-7 days. And we stayed with a friend. He had a condo right off Joey Leone. You know him, right off of Waikiki. And he took us all around the backside of Oahu. Is amazing. That's where like the North Shore, but at the back is like a different. That's where I think they did Jurassic Park.
Where, yeah, because you sent me that video from Oahu. Remember?
No.
How about Hawaii?
Oh God! I was like, "What? What video did I send you?" Man, you're pulling out all the stops tonight, Andy. I didn't even know this was coming.
I told you I had fun with that, man. I had that's Todd and the hula.
What do they drink there? They drink Mai Tais and Mai Tais and Mai Tais. Mai Tais are great there. Oh God, they're good. Anyway, all right, there's our 6th.
So yeah, very
Monica,
cool,
good to see you. Real quick plug for Monica's. She has the after party after our live stream tonight. Head over to Monica's for it gets kicked up a notch over there. We have fun over there. So that's after our live stream. Anyway, our number 5. Oh, it's time for a beer break, Andy.
Time for
Oh, I love beer breaks. I'm not sure I like this one though. But Andy, what do you got? You have the same one, or you got something different?
I got something different. So when we were growing up, I got tired of Coors and Miller before the rest of the crew.
Okay.
So Todd used to always laugh at me. I would pick up every time we were at a bar.
Yeah.
A Killian's Irish Red.
So what are you drinking that for?
I haven't had one of these. I mean, look, I got 2 6-packs today for under like $10. I was like, well, this is fantastic. Why not just grab it? So this is like $6. So I want to see if I still like it. So,
all right.
And it is American beer.
It is. That's true. Yeah, I think it is. Tell me if
it says product of the USA.
All right,
it's just
it
brewed
is
in the Irish style. And no, I don't believe you need it's a twist off.
It's a twist off? I never knew that.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. That's funny.
Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna add Mike as a moderator. Is anybody missing as a moderator? I'm sorry. I'm going through our chat right now. Probably missing a lot of stuff. Oh, Weird Reviews, good guy. We'll add him as a mod. How is it, Andy? Does it still taste like 1998?
That tastes like it may have been sitting since 1998. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no!
My palate has clearly changed just a little bit because this is
no. Really?
It's great.
Oh, how unfortunate. Well, here's mine, Andy.
It's better than the past.
It's better. Okay, so is that saying something? I'm not sure.
Oh God, Weird Beer Reviews. Do you remember Red Dog? I do.
Oh God, do they still make that?
I have not seen Red Dog. Then again, I didn't know they still make Killian's until today, so I picked this up.
All right, here's my beer, Andy. Are you ready? Hey, hon, a little Natty Bow.
Yeah,
Little
man.
National
You
Bow
watch
Honey.
Warriors. There you
All right, go.
go.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, that sounded
Crack-
good.
Crack that apron, hon.
So here we go. I don't think I've had a Natty Bow since, I don't know, it's been a long time. If you're from Maryland, you know it. Yeah, although this is not brewed in Maryland anymore. It's actually, I think, brewed in Texas, if I'm correct.
I think it's Milwaukee, Todd.
Or maybe it's
Wisconsin,
Milwaukee.
or
It's
something, or Michigan, or Wisconsin, like something like
nope.
one of those.
It says Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, yeah, Milwaukee.
Okay.
Okay, Milwaukee.
Yep.
Here we go. Ready? The aroma. Oh God, it smells like piss. It does. It does not smell
That's
good
what
at
your
all.
dad said your beers.
This
Your dad
actually,
says that's what your beers smell like.
this does not smell pleasant at all. Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. Natty Bow. Oh boy, what a
Natty
beer!
Bow.
It says.
You know you love that.
Again, the aftertaste on this is not good. I tell you what, Miller Lite's better than these two. Honestly, maybe because it tastes more like water.
I think that's why I started with the Pabst and then moved up to the Killians, because honestly, I going from Miller to
Gosh,
Natty Bow is
That's
probably
good.
not the best way.
Is anybody else doing what we're doing here and torturing us? I mean, listen, we're not beer snobs. I mean, I'll drink Miller Lights at tailgates all the time, and I'll drink Bud Light, and I'll drink Ultras. I don't care about. But this Natty Bow, people love this around here. This Natty Bow, I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't taste good to me. You know, I don't get it. What do you think, Danny?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Killians isn't very good either. I think back in the day we were just happy to be out of bars, so whatever
Maybe.
we would order,
Maybe.
and it seemed, oof, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, let's get on to our list so we can get some whiskey and hopefully have something that tastes better, right? Ugh.
Yeah, and then we'll ask some people to come on and tell us what we
Yes.
forgot, what
Okay.
we missed, all that good stuff. So what's next, buddy?
Well, it's beer related again. It's the great city of Asheville, North Carolina. So if you don't know where Asheville is, it's the foothills of western North Carolina,
Also,
and
this
it
is
has
beautiful,
a
too.
hugely popular, booming craft beer scene. I mean, per capita or per square mile, it's probably got the most breweries, probably of any place, and it's all because of how good of a water, I guess. I mean, Sierra Nevada, it's so good that Sierra Nevada, New Belgium have all put up production plants in Asheville. So
Yep, there's New
Wicked,
Belgium there. Wicked
yeah,
Weed we just passed.
Wicked Weed, yep, Wicked Weed,
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada.
Yeah,
I mean, just
there's a bunch. Mhm.
and I know your brothers. So if you go back on our Instagram, when his brother Tony traveled, he was there roaming for work. He would always, when he's not working, check out the local, craft beer scene and breweries, and we would get these cool updates of pictures from wherever he was. And he hasn't traveled in a while. We haven't done that. Hopefully, we can bring that back. But he went to Asheville, and I was so jealous. He went to Wicked Weed. He went to, I think, New Belgium. I mean, it was just amazing. Like, and it was just one after the other and other. And I've had friends who've gone there and said it's just, it's really a cool place. So I want to go.
Yeah, those are the well known, like the Wicked Weeds and the Sierra Nevada, the New Belgium. But
yeah,
he said some of the smaller breweries were just dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's so many of them that you can find these hidden gems, and they're your neighborhood bars. I mean, it's just
yes.
I take it you're.
I'm enjoying
like drinking that.
Well, it's hopefully it'll grow on me like the Miller Lite. The Miller Lite is definitely more watered down. This has a more of a flavor, but it's not a good flavor. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I'd rather have the Miller Lite, I think. Anyway,
No, I think Miller Lite's actually not a terrible beer.
Yeah.
But look, and you've got Mike has said Asheville's on his list too.
And I could go out and Jody. He's not here from Bourbon Bounty. Does he live in Asheville or I thought he was near Winston Salem?
He's not far.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. So that's my number 5. Andy, what's your number 5? The Finger Lakes.
The dude rocks. What's going on, by the way? Welcome. Good to see you, man.
Hey, cheers, man. We're drinking some American craft beer. I've got Miller Lite and Natty Bow, and he's got a Pabst Blue Ribbon and now a Killian's Irish Red.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're going to be moving on to our Jack in a little bit, but yeah.
I can't wait for that.
So, Scott wants to know, Kentucky Todd said Louisville was his number 10, by the way.
Number 10. Kentucky was, that was my number 10.
Yep. But so for the Finger Lakes, again, this is kind of more of a wine thing for me. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. You can see there's a lot of water.
My father-in-law loves the Finger Lakes. He's from New York. He would vacation in upstate New York. The Finger Lakes, says it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, this is actually supposed to be like a postcard, like where you live. I mean, it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. but some of the best white wines, if you like white wine, comes from up in
Really?
Finger Lakes.
Why is
Yeah.
that? Why would white wines come from like
Again, it's
it's
the climate.
Okay.
White wines do a little bit better in some of the certain grapes do better in some of the colder
Okay.
climates.
Makes
like
sense.
a Sauv Blanc and stuff like that, you're going to find is going to do better, and that's why they're very big in Australia and
Got
New
it.
Zealand.
Okay.
But certain grapes are made for this climate. Rieslings are one of them.
Cool. Nice.
But yeah, but it's just
Look
I've
at your
always
pictures
wanted
now.
to go there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
right.
one of those kind of like
Has it-
destinations where you want to go with your
Well,
wife, and
you
kinda-
could. What is it? Probably like a 7-8 hour drive, maybe 7 8 hours, something like that from here where we are. Probably to upstate the Finger Lakes, right? Maybe less. I don't know.
But it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous.
There you go. Gorgeous.
And here, so Roma Scots, Finger Lakes is fun. Like 200 wineries there, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
So
So that's like bigger than probably more in a smaller area than probably even Napa, right? I mean, because Napa's pretty big.
Napa's big, yeah.
This is probably that's cool. I didn't know that. Good to know.
And I think one of those and Jimmy says he likes the Rieslings. That's good. So
Oh, he likes the sweet stuff. The sweet stuff.
He does like the sweet stuff. So, but yeah, very very cool.
All right, Andy. Nice number 5. Here is my number 4. So yeah, a little of Montana and Idaho. Really, I want to go see Old Faithful, and it's it's a sort of wonder of the world. And I don't know if I ever, but I'd sure like to see it and just go all around this area because similar to what you've said on these other sort of big sky areas, it's just you don't see scenery like this around here. And so,
no,
I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I certainly would like to see it.
Well, it is funny because the only reason I put that little line in there is 97% of Yellowstone is in
Montana.
Wyoming.
Oh, Wyoming?
Wyoming. It's in Wyoming. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then a little bit of Montana and Idaho, but I wouldn't even. That's Wyoming is where Old Faithful is, right? I mean, that's the main.
Yep. And only 1% is in Idaho, and then there's like a little, I guess, 2% or 3% in either 96 or 97% is in.
See, I didn't
Wyoming.
even know that. I just
Smidge.
thought it was in Wyoming.
Yeah, which is just a little fun fact for you there, buddy. But it's again that like some of the other places that we've referenced before is just.
Now Jimmy's saying, did you see his comment? Highlight that.
Yellowstone was Scott says on his list.
It will kill. Why will Yellowstone kill us? I guess Yosemite. I mean, Old Faithful will kill us all one day. Does that mean it's going to blow up the world? It'll get so pent up, it's going to blow up. I didn't hear that. Anyway, I'm going to disregard that and hope it doesn't happen in our lifetime and keep it number 4.
And Mike is done with the trash beer. He's moving on to good stuff now.
We're almost done too. Just hang with us, guys. We're on number 4. We're getting to the good stuff soon. So just chill out. No, I'm just joking. You can drink whatever I don't blame him for. I wish I could wash this down with something else. I have this.
You're
nice
gonna wash
bourbon
it
next to me.
with whiskey soon.
I
Buddy.
can't wait. It's looking at me like, drink me. I'm so tasty. But I'm not going to do it. Anyway. All right. That's my number 4. Andy, you're number 4. Again, what's with Oregon? Are you? Oh, I know why now. Okay. I get it. All right. Tell us.
So, honestly, I just want to see this place. It's
how do you say that? Multnomah? No, Nomaha?
Someone correct me. I thought it was Multnomah Falls.
Multnomah Falls. Okay.
But it is a double waterfall. There's a bridge across the top of it. I wish I had time to do more videos to cover us, but as you can see, I ran out right around number 3 or number 4. But
Andy, did you see what Jimmy just said? Jimmy,
I did.
That's like your ultimate trip. Other than Winnipeg, Montana would be the other place. Putting Def Leppard and Montana together.
Just hold that thought, please. I just had to pause. My heartbeat still. Montana and Def Leppard together. I don't think I need to do 2 and 3. That's so awesome.
Robot Scott, he's got samples for me down the beach. Hey, if you need to drink them, I know you're good for them. You'll get them back to me eventually. Andy's probably already drank my samples. That's the problem. So
I actually haven't, but I'm thinking about it.
I know you will.
Jimmy said they could have filmed Lord of the Rings in Oregon. They could have. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's.
I never knew. Who would have known Oregon? I didn't know that. But
again, these are parts that are far, not easy to get to, and so. Oh, they're 92 during the Adrenalize tour. That's just that rock on, man.
We saw that tour, Andy. We saw that tour.
We did. What a great
NBC.
They were in the round and just.
It was election night. Remember?
Yeah, it was election night.
That's
And
right.
there's Brian, was born in Billings, Montana, and never saw a Def
Dang.
Leppard roaming around. But I never.
Brian, where do you still?
other
Where do
one-
you live? Where does he live now? I'm curious. He said it was he the one? He said it was 95 degrees, so it must be a warm climate. Where is he living? I'm curious. If he wants to say, if not, it's no big deal. I get it. Anyway, Andy, so you're there all this Multnomah, whatever you want to call it, falls just because this fall here. You want to see
Well,
this waterfall.
the whole area is beautiful, but
Okay.
this kind of like this capped it off.
Got it.
So-
All right. My number 3, Mount Rushmore. I mean, it's come on, it's in South Dakota. I can't believe this isn't on your list. It's Mount
I
Rushmore.
mean, we've talked about it before.
Maybe South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. Hey, I feel like one of our faces should be on there.
Definitely not yours. Andy's pulling up so that's from all those clips are from our state series, which Andy hopefully we'll be doing again, right? Right? 'Cause
Well,
we've got a
we'll get
ton
there.
of beer and videos to upload from at the state series. We've got some trades to do, so it's a fun thing we do. It just takes a lot of process, right? I mean, it's a lot of things we do for that
Todd
series.
keeps working me to the bone like he does now. I'll never get to him. It's just
Well, hey,
so-
you're only hurting yourself there, friend. Anyway, back to Mount Rushmore.
slave driver.
I know it was in the news. The president just was there this week. But besides that, I think it's a very, very cool tribute to our founding fathers, and the whole area there looks amazing. So not only Mount Rushmore, but just the whole area around Mount Rushmore just seems. Again, I don't know if I'll ever get there. I have no idea. Probably not. But I'd love to one day. It's a bucket list type of thing. So.
And if Todd, we get there, you can go north to Pembina.
There you
in North
go.
Dakota,
See,
and then we can go from there up to Winnipeg.
See, that's the tour right there, Andy. There it is. That you think we can let our wives do that trip? You think that'll happen? Probably not.
I almost went to Winnipeg with my wife. It got big.
Without. I was saying without the wives.
Oh God, no. Well,
No.
actually, eventually, I think I take that back. When the kids are out of the house,
Okay.
they're gonna want us out of the house too.
That's
so
true.
When the kids turn 18, I think we can do all these.
So stay tuned for 21090 in another 20 years when we're in our 60s, and Andy and I are going out to Big Sky Country and doing beer reviews from South Dakota, North Dakota, and Winnipeg. Can't wait for that.
I can't see us growing up much between now and then, so that's fine by me. That's awesome. All right, so
My mom says you have to see the Grand Canyon. Well, we're not done our list yet. Just Mom's jumping the gun a little bit here. Jeez.
well, don't get all sniffy with your mom.
No, I'm
Miss
just
Anita's-
joking.
You are
I'm
welcome to say whatever you want in that chat.
I love you, Mom. All right, Andy, you're number 3, Cooperstown. I was thinking of this. Go ahead. This is a good choice.
All right, so obviously there's no other reason for me to go to Cooperstown. Well, it's supposed to be pretty, but honestly, the Baseball Hall of Fame, this is sentimental to me, and I wish I had time to put some more picks in. But my favorite baseball player of all time, his name is Tim Raines. A lot of people don't know who he is, but if you don't, look him up. Second greatest leadoff man of all time, right behind Ricky, just a smidge below in my book. Just made the Hall of Fame a couple years back.
All right. Yeah,
After
yeah.
10 years on the ballot. No, you have to listen. You listen to my story, damn it. This is my show too. And so
It's always about Tim
Anyway.
Raines or Alf or Winnipeg or Def Leppard.
what else is there?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
besides that, so I've told you the story about how I met him at my and see, dude, check it out. I'm just going to stop you right there. Brian Miller, The Rock, my favorite too. Bam. Check that out.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Yeah, all kinds of best friends.
Didn't he
all
just say-
kinds of best friends.
He
That is fantastic. I am
we
going
got best friends all over the place.
Well,
Maybe
look, here's
you
the
should,
deal. Not
you
only
should
was the guy-
super chat him. That's what you should do. You should say
I almost wore my Rock jersey tonight, not to give it away, but anyway.
Anyway, good.
So what I was going to say is, when I met him, and you were there, Todd, it was at my bachelor
It
party.
was quite amazing.
He was fantastic. The whole thing was really, really good. How are you
Yeah.
going to fit Alf into this one? I don't know. Give me a second, Mike. I'll figure it out somehow.
Exactly.
Anyway, I said after meeting him, I said, the Hall of Fame is a farce if you're not in it. And I refuse to go to the Hall of Fame until you're inducted. Bar none. If you're not inducted to the Hall of Fame, I'll never step foot in there. I don't care how many great players have been there. Now that he has been inducted 2 years ago, I can officially go to the Hall of Fame. I wish I hadn't missed his
Except it's shut down
induction
because of
ceremony.
COVID and you can't go now. But anyway,
eventually, and if it's any consolation, Monica says you and her are still besties, Todd. So there
there's
you go.
my there's Monica. Cheers to you, Monica.
And Monica also says things,
but
just
not to this beer.
It's also to make you feel better too, Todd. So
well,
but anyway,
I need that. I'll take anything I can get, Andy.
Anyway, I'm going to re-highlight Brian Miller's comment.
Please do.
The Rock. Yep. He's awesome. So that's my number 3, buddy. So
yeah, I was thinking it was towards the end of my list, but Cooperstown and Canton, Ohio. I'm probably a bigger football fan than I am baseball. So either of those two for me. But I love baseball too. So yeah, that's a good pick. They were on the back end of mine, but they didn't quite make it. I think these were one of the two I bumped for Louisville because
it's awesome.
Bourbon. Anyway, good choice. I like this one.
Brian Miller goes, just to make sure we're thinking alike, is Dawson 2 and Wallach 3. I love that Expos team. Oh my goodness.
Tim Wallach. Wow, there's Tim Wallach.
All those Expos, man. Randy Johnson played there. Pedro Martinez. You had Delano DeShields. You had Moises Alou. All these guys.
Moises Alou.
Let me tell you, Gary Carter. This was literally. It was like the world's greatest minor league baseball team.
So does it make you mad that the Nationals moved? They came Nationals and they won a World Series this past year. Was there a little bit of you rooting for them? Because we don't like DC teams here in Baltimore.
I have never rooted for a DC team in my life. Oh, by the way, Brian, my nickname playing ball, I had a couple, and the Big Cat was always one of them. So there
that is true.
Yep.
There's a couple reasons for that, but go ahead.
And then it says, well, it was my blazing speed too.
Yeah.
Next week, do the top 10 Expos list. I would love to do the top 10 Expos.
I don't know any Expos besides Tim Raines and
no, yes, mentioned. You do. But to answer your question, Todd, no, I hate the Nationals.
Good.
And the Caps and the Redskins. And
which are going to be changing their name, I think.
Good. They can change it to whatever they want. I can't stand DC teams. So there you go.
Washington Losers is what they should be called.
I am still bitter. Jagged little bitter pill there, Todd.
Andres Galarraga.
Yep. That's the Big Cat, man.
All right, let's get off this because we're doing Expo talk. Hey, there's my number 2. I think Sam from Outdoors of Maryland. I don't think he's still watching, but he was editing his crabbing video. So when I looked at like the other places out of my list, I was like, wow, this seems kind of like superficial and sort of commercial. There's just something about Key West. I see videos of it. It just looks like an amazing place. It doesn't look like it should be similar to Hawaii. You don't think it's like, I can tell you right now, if I hadn't been to Oahu and Maui, it would have been much higher on my list. It probably would have been number 1. Hawaii would have been, just Hawaii in general, not Kauai, but Hawaii. But since I've been there, Key West, I don't know what about it. Have you ever been to Key West, Andy?
Well, when you're done, I do have a Key West story.
Do it. I want to go there for some reason.
Look, that's I guess what these talk shows are supposed to be, right? You tell stories, but I have a Key West story. This is a pretty. It's kind of a funny one. This was maybe, let me see, 4 years ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
My brother was Jimmy goes, yay, another beach. My brother was. It's another place for him to burn his feet. we were training to do our first ever triathlon, and this is a real story. We would get up every morning. We were jogging. We got bikes. We were swimming. We were doing the whole 9 yards, and so we were training. And Tony was playing ball. We had signed up for the Key West Triathlon.
Okay.
Tony was playing ball, and about a month and a half, maybe about a month before, he broke 2 of his ribs and could not compete.
Oh.
All right. Now, we had already committed. We paid our money. We were going to go down. We were actually going to compete in this. And he said to me, Andy, you can't go without me. And I said, all right, man. Tony's my little brother. I said, all right, I'm not going to go without you. We'll figure out if we can get our money back, refund, whatever. No big deal. Maybe it was just a deposit or something, but we didn't go.
Right.
So after that, being in good spirits, I just stopped working out and drank a lot of beer. So that there went that. But the day of the marathon, they show everybody's results and where they would have come in. They do like little live feeds. Last minute entry in what would have been my age bracket, the 40 and up, because at the time I had just turned 40.
Okay.
Brett Favre was celebrating his 40th birthday and entered the day before. It would have been in my group. I would have been doing the triathlon with Brett Favre.
Dang.
And it's like, stupid, Tony. I don't want to do triathlons anyway, but if I'm going to do it, at least I get to do it down in Key West and with Brett Favre in my group. And
that is a good story.
I did not get to do it. So,
man. Wait, there's no easy way to get there. I mean, you have to fly to Miami and then like drive 2.5 hours through the Keys all the way to Key West. It's not easy to get to, and it's really expensive to stay. It's not big. Yep. You see Jimmy Buffett and Ernest Hemingway, and like it just looks like a really. I don't know if I'll ever get there. Probably won't, but I don't know. It's something about it looks really. Again, it doesn't seem like it's in the U.S. I don't know. That's why I like it. Number is very high for me. I've always wanted to go there.
I'd like to see Def Leppard there. That would be great to see Def Leppard do a beach concert there.
I would like to see any 80s rock band. I mean, yes, but especially Def Leppard. Almost no. What? That's the way it is, Andy. All right, there's my number.
Barber.
There's my number. Number 2, Andy. You're number 2. I can't wait. Let's keep going here. Oh, all right, what?
Yeah.
So that's kind of okay. So we're on the same here. Okay, good. I like to see this. Good.
We're on the same page with this. You had Louisville. I'm going to say anywhere Kentucky on the Bourbon Trail, just anywhere and all over where I can go and
Nicely
sample.
done. Yes.
I am so
into bourbon,
and not just that. The stories, the people, the craft in and of itself. It's making me want to dive into some whiskey, even though we're going to Tennessee for tonight. I just would love to go to. And I told my wife, I said, this year I'm going, and then COVID hit. Mm-hmm. So my brother and I were slated to go again this year. That was canceled, put on hold. So eventually we will get there.
Well, I think you have to take Scott if you go, because he could be like a tour guide on himself.
Oh my gosh, I would love Scott to come with us. He would be able to tell me all the hot spots where to see.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And this went into my Louisville. So I've just started getting into bourbon and whiskey. Probably within the last 5 to 6 months. You've been in it for about a bit. I can say a year now. Probably a little bit more than
it's been a bit longer than that. And
longer than that. Okay. Yeah. So good choice. Yeah. I Scott's gonna love this.
Scott said he's in. He says, just tell me where I'm in. And also, just a new joining us. The man from 1980. What's up, fellas? I'm from Australia.
J-Man.
J-Man. I would love to travel to the USA sometime. That's awesome.
Well, there you go. We're giving you probably 20 different places to go to. If you follow,
we would love to. Yeah, we would love to go to Australia sometime.
Oh gosh, yeah, heck yeah. Good food, and they have good beer there too. Good beer. All right, you ready for the number ones? Is everyone ready?
Yeah, hold on, Todd. Let me get myself prepared. Well, no, I don't know what your number one is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. You ready? Here we go.
We'll take you to the Grand Canyon. Woo!
God, you little sucker. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I mean, I've flown over the Grand Canyon a million times, going out to like San Diego and Las Vegas, but I don't think. Have you ever been, Andy? Have you been to the Grand Canyon? They say there's nothing like it, and I don't know. There's something about that whole area just seems really cool, and I think I'll get to. This is one I think I will eventually get to with my. I think we'll go there eventually. In our old age, I guess. So I'm hoping at least. I just think it'd be really cool to go to, and I don't know. It's a lot of these places are either beaches for me or like, wonders of the world. Yellowstone and Grand Canyon and Kauai. It's like nature. I don't know. I'm not a big nature guy to begin with. I don't do a lot of things outdoors, but some of these things just appeal to me. So if anybody's in the chat has been to Grand Canyon, hopefully you'll say, hey, it's worth it to go. And that's it. I don't know.
Well,
how can you not like the Grand Canyon?
She hasn't been there yet. Jimmy did say if you go to the Grand Canyon, it's worth it to go down and see the meteor crater. That's pretty
heck awesome. Yeah, that sounds cool too.
And Micah said the production value is epic there. So there you go. That's Todd at the Grand Canyon. He's pretty a little green screen action. That's all you need sometimes.
So Micah, that's from our state series, and Andy, we got to get that going because people like that, and we got a lot of outtakes from that too. So we're gonna soon. I think the fall will be our time to do that.
Maybe I'm just setting people up, buddy. That's all. Maybe I'm working on some things.
All right, Andy. One more to go in our top 10 places we wish we could visit in the U.S. You've seen my 10. Here's Andy's number 1. I don't even know what this is. Without further ado, Andy. Not just Montana. It's just a blanket Montana. Boom.
Todd,
Yes.
just listen. I it's summed up just this simply.
Okay.
Montana. It even sounds rugged.
You two boys whacking in my tool shed.
If you didn't hear it one more time.
Montana. It even sounds rugged.
I love nothing. Look, throw Hank Hill in there. I love King of the Hill. I was so mad actually when Beavis and Butthead got renewed because I wanted to be King of the Hill more than anything else. But because they're both
maybe
my
he'll be
judge
in
buddies.
that. Maybe he'll be in that.
Whatever. But look, the truth of the matter is, I have said a million times, friends, family, anyone I meet, I want to visit and probably just move to Montana.
Oh.
And people say, you're crazy. It's too cold. It's too this. It's too that. And I said, no, nothing bad ever happens in Montana. It's beautiful.
Except bear like deaths and I don't know.
Apparently, I'm thinking, yes, a
Hiking
couple grizzly
deaths and
well, first of all, I don't like to hike.
coyotes.
So I don't like. I'm not going to go anywhere where I need to be around coyotes. If I'm most of the time, I'll be in something covered, a car, whatever.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
No long hikes for Andy. I take it.
No, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to somewhere where there's actually people. Like
Oh.
I'm not gonna
Andy,
be like.
you can't move away from me. That's not happening.
You can come with me. You can come with me, Todd. That's
Oh.
fine. You're allowed to go. We'll
I mean,
just
we
do
have
it
to have a
from
channel. No, the people love us. We can't separate. Anyway,
That's
go
what I
ahead.
was saying. You got to convince
Oh.
your wife to move out with me. It'll be
Sure,
fine.
that'll
We'll do
happen
that together.
anytime. I'm sure that's the one place she would love to go to is Montana. But anyway,
Micah said, "No, Alf, I'm disappointed in you."
I know that is true.
I mean, I don't know how many Alf
You
things
did get
can
Winnipeg.
you do.
You got Winnipeg in, and Def Leppard, and somehow we talked about Rock Rain. So you got some of the things. You know.
Look,
so-
and by the way, I tried to find an Alf clip. So next week I'm
didn't
going to
work.
make it my mission. Like I did try, I just could not come up with something that was going to work. So
Well, there you go. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and I thought that was fun. So that being said, Andy, I wonder what people think. What did we miss?
yeah, Scott said his brother, by the way, is in Big Sky, Montana. Said it's amazing. Todd with the epic Beavis and Butthead quote. Look at this. I mean, the chat's having fun.
Good. That's
At
what I
least-
like to see. I'm back.
At least one person a year gets eeten by a bear. Okay, chances are
See,
I'm
there
not
you
going
go.
to be the one person. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, how bad can it be? I mean,
Jimmy says, I guess Kalispell, Mount Montana is really nice. I don't know what that is, but there you go, Andy.
Missoula is good. If you go to Montana, throw Glacier National Park on the list.
Oh, yeah, Glacier National Park, definitely. Yes.
It's almost as majestic as this Coors original I'm crushing.
Okay,
Oh,
hold on.
my God.
Brian Miller,
That's
Montana pick almost offsets what wacky North Dakota pick, but I have to give the win it. Yes, I win. Yes. I love
Wait
it.
a minute.
Andy.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I had Cooperstown. We were talking Expos. Wait a minute.
Yes. There you go,
Montana picked
Andy. 3.
Offsets to Dakota,
Yes.
but
I had 3-1. See, sorry, Andy. Brian Miller puts me as the winner this week. Yes.
that's 2
Yes.
weeks in a row.
Woo! I love it.
But
Love it.
we
Thank
do
you,
share
Brian.
the same favorite player. So I got to say,
That's
Brian
true.
Miller,
Wasn't enough
well,
though. There you go.
Wasn't enough for a win. Whatever. San Fernando Valley is where Alf lived. That's right. He was out in Cali. Todd, I could have put San Fernando. That's what I should have done. I should just put somewhere where Alf lived.
There you go. That's right.
I almost put on Arlen, Texas, by the way, and Springfield. That's where Hank and just two fictitious.
That's too much. Hey, outdoors in Maryland. What would you rather do? Andy, you probably know what that means. I would actually love to do trot line. I think that's more, I don't know, there's more action on that. But hey, if we're going to go crabbing, I'll do anything you want to do. So, no doubt about that.
So, Brian says, good luck finding people in Montana. My favorite joke about Montana, fashion show in Montana is someone holding up a Sears catalog and pointing to things.
Andy, guys, listen, he's never
okay
going
with
to
that.
Montana. He's never going. It's just not happening.
Don't say never. You know, hey, stranger things have happened. And now that I know that they play out in Billings, I might have to move there so I can catch them on their next tour.
That's where you have to go. Anyway, well, we'd like to see you guys come into the chat and tell us some places you want to go to that maybe we didn't talk about tonight.
Absolutely. Come on. We've put it up there for you guys to look at. And we've got our first
Oh, there he is, Micah.
of the night. So all the way from
Micah.
the great state of Texas. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
What's up? How's y'all doing up in Maryland?
I don't know. How good, I guess as good as you're doing. How are you doing down there in Texas?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. It's just hot as hell.
So when you say it's hot as hell, what is hot as hell? How hot does it get down there in Texas? You're near where? You're near.
I'm in Houston. I'm in Houston.
Yeah. I've been to Houston.
Yeah. Yep. Great state of Texas, right there, baby. So I think today it was 95, which actually isn't bad for Houston. But the problem is the humidity was like over like 98% humidity. We had like some rain in the area. It was stupid hot.
Honestly, it's not much better here. When it gets humid, it gets sticky. And just you walk outside instantly, like your arm is like full of water. It's like, okay,
it's not
welcome.
good.
So
just go back in.
Yeah, you take a shower, you walk outside, and you need it, and you need another one. So yeah, it's still absolutely
all right. So Micah, you called me out in your video this week. By the way, everybody, please go check out Micah and your wife Shade's channel. Awesome beer reviews, great channel. Just starting out, help them grow. You called me out because look, I got
there
more.
It is.
Look at that beautiful sour me unicorn farts. Come on. So I've got 4 of them. I'm sending you one. I'm sending Evan at Weird. So just give me some time. I'm going to get you hopefully out. I might do it tomorrow. So just stay tuned and you'll get some beers. I can't wait for you to try.
What size shirts do y'all wear?
I do a large. Andy, what do you do? Extra large.
XL.
Yeah, we're big guys.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
we just got our shirts in. We just got our shirts in.
Oh, Andy, he's got shirts before we do. He's got shirts before we do. How about that? Andy?
I network, brother. I network. So now we got some.
Hey, Mike, a quick question for you. Do you watch our videos?
Oh,
yes. You see some, right? Yeah. Well, I produce those. Do you see what we're doing here tonight with like all the little things that go on and like those little banners and stuff like that? Do you see that, Micah? Yeah,
brother, I see it every week. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Here's the thing. So the man with the headphones on over there and the sock tan, he gives me a hard time, but I'm working my tail off for this channel.
Sock tan. Well, I'm just saying,
Andy, you're gonna get no argument from me.
Hey, Mike,
because
I'm
the guy who does it all on here too.
What? Hold on. Stop for a second.
I have
the
my
guy
beautiful
who does it
wife.
all.
She's back over there. So I'm the one who edits the videos. I'm the one who does all the commenting. She runs our Untapped page. That's all she does. And she's back
Andy,
there. So
you better watch your tread. You better tread lightly, Andy. Andy, you better tread lightly. We have a revolt in our hand.
I didn't say anything. Just because you're the
insinuating some things.
Although I use that loosely, I mean, I guess that's fine. So no, look,
Hey, look. First of all, I don't argue. Andy is a much. He is the editing behind us. He wouldn't let me do what I mean, I'm not as good as him. So Andy is creatively have a higher bar. So anything I try to do, he's like, you know what? I can probably do that a little bit better. Let me just take it and see what I can do. So I don't even try anymore.
Wants to tweak it.
Well, I don't try anymore.
I get it.
I don't try anymore.
I
don't try anymore. So I do all the Instagram. I guess I'm Shade. I am Shade. I guess.
Yes,
there you go.
You handle all the social media. He handles all the editing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Shade is way prettier.
Well, so am I. So that's a good thing. That's exactly. There you go.
All right. So I will.
You both have half your head shaved. With me and him both have the facial hair. There we go.
There you go.
I think she's got better tits though.
We have completely gone off the deep end here, Andy. Jeez Louise, what the hell happened?
And
anyway,
she's the pale between the two of us too. So yeah, I mean, she's super pale too.
All right. Before we get off too much here, Micah, where do you want to go that we didn't mention?
I want to go back to New Mexico.
Oh, so you can't go back. You can't go back.
No, so I drove through it. I lived in Arizona,
okay.
and I was going to Texas. So I drove through New Mexico, and like the minor bit that I saw was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love that. I would love to go to Nevada. I've actually never been.
You've never been to Nevada? Not even like Las Vegas?
Oh, well, man. He's never been to Nevada. He's never been to Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Well, that's when you go to Nevada, unless it's Reno, you probably go to Vegas, Andy.
I'm just saying. Wait a minute.
Yes,
You've never been to Baltimore? No, never been to Maryland. So no, I'm just saying.
And just for you guys, I'd like to go to Maryland.
Oh, well, I tell you right now, we can get you some good crab cakes. That's all you need to know. That's all you
that
need.
and some Old Bay, and I think I'll be set. So
All
we'll
you
be all
need.
right.
All need. And then
Honestly, I will say this, Todd, about Maryland.
yes.
We can give you big city.
Yep.
We can give you small
Beach.
town. We can give you beach. We can give you farmland. We
The
can give
Bay.
you mountains.
The Bay.
We for a small state, we've
It's
got
small.
everything packed into just this little odd.
And we're near
Tiny
the
little
nation's
area.
capital. And I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but if you wanted to see the nation's capital, it's like 30 minutes away from us.
No,
So
that's
it's right
not.
there.
I've been there. I've been there. So
It's not part of Maryland. You don't
I
need to
know
go
it's.
there.
It used to be. It used to be.
Well, it's not now, and it sucks.
It sucks.
Just
Anyway, let's not get into that.
Oh, nothing made me happier than whenever you trash talk the Washington Redskins. So it's totally cool with that. As a Cowboys
Beautiful.
fan, I was
Hell
totally
yeah.
fine with that. So yeah, go for it.
There you go. Yeah, we don't like them.
every time the Skins play the boys, I'm always rooting for.
How about
Dallas.
Patrick Mahomes getting $500 million? Jeez,
Over 10 years. Over 10
It's like
years.
it's almost
It's
12 years.
insane.
What is Dak Prescott going to get from Jerry Jones? That's the question.
Well, now he's probably asking for more.
Oh,
He'll
God.
be like, I'll take a 10-year deal if you match Patrick
right.
Mahomes. Yeah, he'll take that.
Yeah, no
But
doubt.
now he was. I think we're thinking that he was probably asking for 35 anyway. So that's probably what he's shooting for is 35. Over 4 years.
It's funny, Mike. I did read that that I didn't realize Chicago was one of the teams that passed over Mahomes. They could have taken him before it came.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he went like what 12th or
No, that was like 3 or 4, right? I think.
well,
He went
QBs that went, but he went. He didn't go like. Yeah, he was like the 3rd or 4th QB taken, but he didn't go in like the top 10. I don't think. I'm almost positive. Fact check it.
Somebody fact check that. Fact check it. Fact check it.
Or when was Patrick Mahomes drafted?
All right. So anyway, all right. So
Monica, what did I do? Monica's saying that I need to stop. I don't know.
oh,
what I
it's
did.
probably. I think that was up later.
I brought up football.
All right, hey, Mike, you didn't get any whiskey for tonight, did you?
I did not get any whiskey.
All right.
We still have the 4 roses.
Oh,
so.
you can bring that back. All right. Well, come back when we do the whiskey. Come back for that. All right. So hang around.
All right,
We
I'll
got
come
some
back
people
for that.
behind you.
All right.
All right. Cool. Cheers, buddy.
Absolutely.
Stick
Brother.
around.
See you in a bit.
All right, man. He went 10th. Mahomes went 10th. All right. So I was sort of
All right.
wrong.
There
I
you
said
go.
he went outside top 10.
That's all right. No big deal. So we've got Jimmy too with us tonight.
Jimmy, what's up, brother?
So I know that Arkansas is probably not on your list, Jimmy. But what?
Yeah, I was thinking we should do that for Jimmy. Like, I just want to go visit Jim. Could I just put Jimmy on a thing and just I wanted to wherever you were, right where you were showing that one video outside where there's mountains and that dust storm. I said that's where I want to be.
That's my backyard.
Oh man. Oh man. I that sounds good to me.
I've never been to the East Coast. I've always wanted to go to the East Coast.
It's
I've
not all
never
that
been
cracked up. No,
anywhere over there.
it's not that great.
I just want to hang out with the people there. That's
there
really
you go.
what I want to
There
do.
you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Well, yeah,
Actually, Todd, the East Coast is pretty cool. We've got a lot.
there's a
of
lot going on. There's a lot going on. I mean, going from Florida to like Maine, it's completely different, you know? Whereas in the West Coast, you've got Seattle, Oregon, California. It's all kind of it's not the same, but I don't know.
No, not at all.
It's not the same. I don't know what they're it's East Coast is just different than West Coast. It's completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, New York City, Boston.
Other than the East Coast, it would be Hawaii for me.
There you go.
Hawaii, so that's the other place I want to go.
Yeah.
And I do have my.
Uh-oh.
I stepped it up for you guys. I got the Legacy Edition. Jack Daniels.
Oh, hey, guess what, my friend?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, we're rocking it together. Hell yeah!
Way to go!
Look at
Woo.
that.
Oh, look at this, Jimmy and Andy. You got best friends all over the place tonight.
That's right.
This is what
I was looking through the shelves and I was like, oh no, I'm not just gonna go Black Label. I'm gonna do it special for my buddies.
So let me see, Jimmy. You like Jack Daniels, right? That's your whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the McCormick's, but it's close.
I have to kind of stay away from this. I like it too much.
Oh, so what you're saying is by the time the after party's over on Monica's channel, you might have that almost half done.
I may just have to take this bottle and throw it outside after about halfway through.
I can't wait to see it, Jimmy.
Now,
I
so
can't wait to
Jimmy,
see it.
I was thinking on your list might be Missouri, so you could go to the distillery for Michter's, not Michter's.
No,
McCormick's.
I've been all over Missouri. Yeah, McCormick's.
Yeah,
I've been all over Missouri. I've been like everywhere east of the Great Lake or west of the Great Lakes. I've covered it all just about.
Nice. So let me
I've
ask
not
you
been
this.
to Oregon or Washington.
What? Where is? How do we get McCormick's, Andy? We've got to do a whiskey of the week.
Well, we have to have someone send it to us because
Dang
it's not
it.
out. Friend.
I'll probably have to send it to you.
It's not here, huh? We got to do it one night for Jimmy. We have to. It's got to be done.
I would love it. Actually, I will. Tell
Jimmy,
you
we'll send you something back from here. How about we do a trade? Can we trade
Yeah.
whiskeys? I guess we can do that, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll
I'll
send
do
you
a whiskey
something.
trade.
We'll do something real. Andy, that's your call there. What we should send them back. I'll let you do that.
I know what I'm going to send you too. By the way, don't you worry.
Oh, Andy, what are you opening there? What is that? What the heck are you doing there?
This is the Jack Daniel's single barrel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man. I'll have to buy like 5 bottles of McCormick's to make up for that.
I got the Gentleman Jack. I don't know.
I'm just going to let this puppy breathe for a second. So I'm
Oh,
gonna,
all right. It's a twist off, just like Jimmy wanted. Look at this.
This puppy's a cork.
Oh,
the other
no. All right. I'll let that sit for a second. I'll pour it. All right. So you want to go? So Hawaii would be your thing, right, Jimmy?
Mm. Yeah, I want to go to the beach.
Wait a minute. I'm going to stop you here. Scott said he picked up a bottle of McCormick's. Where, Scott, did you pick it up?
Oh, shoot. We might be able to get it here, Jimmy.
Oh, he said Delaware. All right.
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
I'm going there this week, Andy.
I'm in Delaware all the time, so we're going to do a McCormick's week.
We're doing it.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Jimmy,
I love it.
Get your McCormick's ready. Don't drink it all. All right, hold on. Let's not drink this yet because we got to bring in some other people who want to do this. Hold on. Let's bring on Andy. Does anybody else we have in the chat ready to go?
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Jimmy, we'll be with you in a couple seconds, my man. So I'm gonna bring Scott on, and he can kind of tee us up a little bit. We'll do a little talking about Jack Daniel's. If anybody else wants to jump on, we just put that up for you.
Yep.
Here's our stream. Please come on board with us and hang out a little bit. But our resident bourbon whiskey connoisseur,
Man, the myth. So I think you need an intro for Scott, Andy.
You know what? I didn't think about that, Scott. You might be getting an intro next week. What do you think about that? I didn't even think about doing that. I might need to do a little intro next week. So
there you go.
You know I like doing that.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good. Your connection's a little better this time. Remember the last time you were down there, it wasn't good.
So far, so good. Yeah, don't jinx it.
All right, good.
My parents actually had the cable company come out because of that. I thought it was hilarious. But
that's good. We want tell them thank you from us for 21090. We appreciate that.
You got a nickname, Scott the Doc.
Ooh, Scott the Doc. Cheers to that.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Scott. What Jack Daniels did you bring for tonight?
I brought the Jack Daniels single barrel proof.
Oh, you
store
went for
pick.
Store pick.
Oh, I don't have a store pick. I just got what's the proof on yours, Scott?
Mine is 133.2.
Woo! That's a big boy. I got a 131.5 here for my single barrel.
You can head down to Fish Paws and pick one up.
All right, I like it.
Where's Fish Balls?
Smyrna Park.
Oh, okay.
Fish Arnold.
Is it? So you've had this before, right, Scott? Yeah. So let me ask you this: the whole Jack Daniels. I mean, so I always thought Jack was just not good. Is that true? Evidently, that's not true.
I mean, it's one of the number one selling whiskeys in the world, so they're doing something right.
I'm not. So let me ask you this:
so is Coors, so is Budweiser. So
right.
Let's be honest. There are some variations of some really good stuff. That's some higher end stuff from Jack too. So you know, your regular black label is not going to win any awards.
I'm going to do my places first, and I'll tell you a little bit about Jack Daniels.
Yeah, good. All right. Yeah, there you go. Good. I like
it.
So
you said Hawaii, but I've been to Oahu, which was cool, but I really want to go to Maui, but I really want to go to the Volcano National Park on
the Big
Island.
Yes.
Lake Tahoe, California, Nevada. I want to see the Northern Lights in Alaska.
Ooh, yeah. That's it's same with me.
Yeah, Santa Monica, California.
Santa Monica, look at you.
Todd, you would probably like that too because that's a little like Alana Sportsette, but it's Santa Monica Boulevard. She does that song.
No.
So the sun goes down there.
Everclear has a song called Santa Monica. I do like that song.
Oh yeah, sure, that's great.
And then places I've been that I love is Sedona, Arizona, and Red Rock, Colorado.
Oh, Red Rock. Nice. Look at that. So you're a big. Well, you said a lot of California places you want to get out there, I guess.
I've never been to California. As far as I've been to Nevada, and I skipped over California and went to Hawaii, but I've never been to California or Washington. I've never been to the coast.
I can't believe you didn't say San Diego. Like
that's on there too, but it's not.
You're not a big beer guy though.
Yeah, I'm a beach bum, so like Santa Monica has always looked cool to me.
San Diego. It's not as good as you're right. It's not as beachy as.
I've been to San Diego a couple times. It's fantastic.
It's
really
awesome.
do.
Oh, it's on the list, but if I had to pick one, I don't know. I picked that one.
Good for you. All right, hey, there you go.
But I'm biased, Scott. I got a private tour of Stone when I was out there in Escondido, so that was kind of cool too.
You know what? Also, is a very good place in California is Monterey. It's amazing, really nice.
I'd like to go up do Sedona too. Do the wine country.
Never been there. There you go. Wine country. Look at you.
Yeah,
You're well-rounded.
There's a lot of places, California, like Montana, Utah, and Oregon. I'd love to go that I've never been.
Jimmy said, "What does San Diego mean in Spanish again?"
Whale's vagina.
Whale.
Agree to disagree.
I wasn't actually going to say it, but again, he is like Burgundy. Anything you put up on a teleprompter, he's going to read. So that's you got to be
Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Go after yourself, San Diego. So
Agree to disagree. Good stuff there. All right. So tell us about Jack Daniels then.
Yeah, man.
So a little bit about Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels was born somewhere between 1846 and 1850. He died in 1911. He was the youngest of 10 kids, born in Lynchburg County, Tennessee. He started the distillery. They claim 1866, but records say 1875, with his adopted father, Dan Call.
And
then actually the person, Dan Call, and actually Dan Call's slave, Nearest Green, are the ones that actually taught Jack Daniels to distill.
Oh.
There's actually Uncle Nearest bourbon, which is basically a tribute bourbon to Nearest Green, which I think is really cool.
Nice. Yeah.
So that he worked at the distillery from 1866, 1875 to 1911 when he died of gangrene.
Oh, jeez.
Some of the other cool things is the reason that old number 7 is actually on the bottle is because at a certain time they redid the counties and they had the reallocated license, and they gave Jack Daniels license 16. But back then, like how people knew what your whiskey was, it was in a jug, and it basically say like your county and your distillery number. So he didn't want to lose all that recognition because he had high quality whiskey.
Damn.
So he put old number 7 on it. So basically nothing really went on too much until 1904 when he took his whiskey to the World's Fair and won a gold medal over all other in the whole whiskey category. So over single malts and everything else. And then sales started growing a lot. He passed in 1911. Prohibition hit. Then they really took off in 1955 when Frank Sinatra said and quoted it as the nectar of the gods.
Oh.
And then
that's when it took off?
Yeah, 1955, 1956, they over doubled in sales. And they actually started to sell out of their entire stock and were on allocation until the 1980s. So for 25 years, they're on allocations. Actually, Brown-Forman had someone on staff that their entire job was only to keep Frank Sinatra in stock of Jack Daniels. So it goes back to like Jack Daniels is one of the best marketing companies ever out there from early on, and what Brown-Forman's done with them. Brown-Forman didn't buy them until 1956 for $20 million. Talk about a great investment.
You think?
Yep.
What do you think it's now worth?
They already old Forester and some other brands then.
Oh, really?
Yep. They wanted to basically diversify their portfolio.
So what else do they own? Not to stop people. What do they own now? What is Jack Daniel? Who do they? What's under them?
In whiskey or overall?
In whiskey.
In whiskey, they're going to own Woodford Reserve, Old Forester, and Jack Daniels.
Okay.
Are the ones that I know. They might own a couple other brands.
Got it.
Those are the main brands I know they have.
Both are very good, by the way. Woodford and,
Yep.
and Old Forester are fantastic. Yep.
Okay.
They sold 12.5 million cases in 2017. And the current master distiller is Jeff Ammett, and he's only the 5th master distiller of Jack Daniels in their entire history.
Well, they see there, and Micah had a craft beer reviews finished a glass. This is why we call him Scott the Doc. Dude is full of alcohol knowledge.
So I'm gonna drop this little thread here. This is why he's called Scott the Doc, and then Monica says it's called Google. Micah, laugh out
Monica,
loud.
you're the best.
And then Micah goes, no one else does it, Monica, so he's the Doc. I love it.
That is the best. That's the best.
I did my research this time more.
Oh, that's good. Hold on.
I didn't know as much about Jack Daniels.
Go back to Jimmy's comment, Andy.
Oh,
he wants a dissertation on McCormick's now.
We'll do that when we get to that when we do McCormick's. Now that we know we can get it.
Oh, Scott, you got your work cut out for you, buddy. That's not as easy.
That was awesome, man. I will say
that was awesome. I didn't know all that.
No, I looked up a couple facts, and I was actually reading up a lot about the Uncle Nearest whiskey this week, and I almost picked it up today, and then I saw that price tag. I was like, "Woo!" It was not cheap.
What was it?
There were a couple of them. What I had was decent, and one is really good, but I have to look back on what it was.
I saw one today for 58, and I was like, I'm going to stick with my Pabst Blue Ribbon and my Killian's for today, and not go hog wild.
That's funny.
But yeah,
All
it was
right.
cool because that was one of the fun facts that's where he actually learned his trade was under that. And then the other thing about Jack Daniel's Todd, was that he actually got a really, really bad sunburn on his feet once, and he had to put socks on his feet when he was at a beach.
All geniuses have that problem. That's what happens. That's what happens.
The legend on how he died was.
Oh, go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
Was kicking a safe and getting gangrene on his toe.
See,
passing, but he did die.
I don't want to get gangrene on my feet, and he was sunburned, so I put socks on. See, hold on. If anybody saw the chat last week when I initially got ridiculed, the story came out about my feet socks and on the sand. I put an Instagram post up. Did anybody see that post? I did it just for you guys. Of me,
I saw
sitting
the little socks in the corner.
No, the socks. It was my feet, but I had no socks on though. I was sockless. Just so everybody saw.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So Micah, this is what I was talking about. So Todd does do big things like taking a picture of his feet and putting it on Instagram. But then when you see those stories that are all edited with like
nobody cares about those
and clips and stuff like that.
Nobody cares about that. They like feet, stuff like that. They like easy things to understand.
That's it. I wish we had quoted that. The quote of the night. No one cares about that. They like feet. All
right, let's get into drinking. Can we bring everybody back on? Let's drink some whiskey. Come on, let's go.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, Todd, you get all antsy. I do want to give Monica some time.
Oh, yeah.
Monica, she's been waiting
Monica!
patiently.
Oh, she doesn't want time.
Oh, she doesn't want to, so I'm going to bring her on. Hold on. There we go.
I don't need any more time. Let's just drink.
Oh, there you go. You see that? Just let's drink. Now, Monica, first of all, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's your week been?
I actually had from Wednesday through just today was really, really, really rough.
Oh,
I almost wasn't going to be on tonight, and I still wasn't sure I was going to until I typed in chat, and then Todd said, "Oh yeah, Monica's the after party," and I'm like,
"Oh shoot, I'm sorry."
Yes, I gotta do it. No, it's okay. I mean, I need things to force myself to gear up a bit.
Well, I hope it gets better for you. Oh.
Yeah, it's just, it's just a weird time in the world, and other stuff going on doesn't help. So
I hear you. Well,
but I'm having a good time here. I was going to try another beer, but I think I'm going to take a break from the beer.
We're glad to have you, if that's any consolation.
You got your best friend Todd here, which, I mean, how can it be better
My
than
buddy. We're buddies.
Set sock burning Todd.
I got Scott.
Yeah, it's Scott, right?
He shows up when I go live now, just when I go live, not even just on Tuesdays.
That's great. Love it. See, this is a big family, and we all got to get together somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Enjoy my Tuesdays now.
There you go.
So, hey, Monica, what do we miss? Where do you want to visit, by the way? We go back to
well, I've been to Utah, but I've never been to any of their stinking state parks. And here, all of them are fabulous. I think I would love to go to, the one with the waterfalls. Zion, I hear, is
Yeah,
really
Zion
cool.
National. Yes.
I better start going before I get any older and I can't handle the hikes and everything. I used to always want to go to all the big cities, Chicago, New York. But, I don't see myself doing that for decades now.
Yeah, that's true.
Or at least till people start wearing masks.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, Scott. Is this a new puppy?
It's a new puppy.
Whoa.
What is the name again? Duke or?
No, this is Ellie Bear.
Oh, Ellie Bear.
Oh man.
Hi, Ellie Bear.
Wow.
She's awesome looking.
How old is she, Scott?
She is 9 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, a brand new one. The other one's like 2.5 or something.
The other one's 3. Yeah, this is my parents' new puppy. So.
Oh, cool. Wow. Very cute.
Did you just wake up? You're not very active.
Puppy porn. So cute. Do you only do the Goldens?
Yeah, we've been a golden family for a long time now.
Nice.
It was only a matter of time. Look at the love pouring.
Yeah, puppies. See, puppies do it. Yeah, we should have dogs on all the time. Look at beautiful puppy. Look at that dog.
I just need to take her over to Andy's house for her daughter. Andy, hold this and then tell me you don't want a puppy.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. You bring it over here and it won't come back. My daughter will keep it and she will make sure that it stays at this house.
I'll love it and I'll hug it and I'll
love
it. Oh man. Well, that's good. All right, so it's that time. I'm ready to drink some Jack Daniels.
Weird beer reviews. All right, so
we've got weird beer reviews here too. He just jumped on. We got everybody. All right, so
Monica, we'll pull you on in 1 second when we start drinking, and then we'll
we have 10 people now. This is great. We can bring everybody on. 10 people.
Yeah, I had 10 last week too. Yeah,
nice. All right, here we go.
Todd loves end of the night with everybody, so we're gonna.
I do.
Hang tight, Monica. All right, here we go. We're gonna add what's up. Weird.
It's Evan, right? It's Evan, right?
It is.
Thank you.
Evan.
I was
although
right.
I am commonly referred to as Kevin, Ethan, Eric, you name it. So
I got it right though. I thought it was Evan.
Yeah.
Evan, I got your beer ready. The Sour Me Unicorn Farts, buddy.
Dude, I'm ready. You had
Weird
me at Fruity
beer.
Pebbles. You
right?
had me.
So I might send you and Mike is out tomorrow. I'm trying to get a box. I have to travel, but I'm going to try to do it before I leave. So hopefully you'll get it soon.
All right.
So stay tuned.
Great. That sounds great.
So where did we miss? So where did we go or not go that you want to go? Put it that way.
Yeah. I had a sweet joke about how I was a fledgling stand-up comic for years, and so I'm used to waiting backstage and never getting to come on the show. So that's all right. Had to get that in there.
Were you really a fledgling comic? You might be actually.
I
knew it.
So I've been doing that for a while now, and this is just a way for me to do more of that, I guess. But
beautiful.
So yeah, I've been to a lot of places. I've had to travel a lot for work. So I have a reverse. I don't think you guys missed a lot, but my question for you two would be, what's a place? And this is places you've been. What's a place you've been that you would never go to like for vacation, but when you were there, you actually had a really nice time?
That's a good question.
I can start if you want to think about it.
Yeah, do it. Give me a second.
Mine's Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I had to go there for work a couple of times. And I mean, no one's ever, rounding up the family in the van and saying, let's go to Milwaukee, right? No one's ever doing that. But when I went there, it was really nice. A lot of breweries, obviously, so that's nice.
Yep.
They are apparently really well known for Bloody Marys for anyone that's been there. So.
Yeah.
And the Bloody Marys, they do have all kinds of garnishes and stuff. And they always have like the little backer glass of Schlitz, which I was surprised. I was disappointed in myself for not drinking Schlitz tonight. So.
That's what you should. My Uncle Jerry, God rest his soul, used to drink Schlitz all the time. You can get it for like a case for like $4, back in the day.
And a bag of peanuts, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So to answer your question, here's the two places.
Hey, Todd, hold on 1 second. I just want to say Brian's checking out, and he just said,
yeah,
thanks for kind of helped me get through a couple hours. It's been rough for him. So you may have missed it. He lost his dog on the 4th of July. So this has been a tough kind of gig for him. So I'm glad we could help a little bit.
Man.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. And
definitely
all the best, brother. Hope to see you next week, my friend.
Definitely.
But go ahead, Evan. See that now.
So my two places, Andy, that I've been to that I wouldn't take my family, and this is going to sound really terrible. The one place is New Orleans. Actually, we've been there for work a couple of times. The food is amazing. I go there for the food. The food is amazing.
New Orleans is fine if you stay off of Bourbon Street.
Correct. Although my hotel was on Bourbon Street. That's the bad thing.
Because the two streets beside them are fine.
It's Royal and Crown are like where you need to hang out.
Yeah. The food is really amazing. And then Chicago. I really enjoy. I know that Chicago's got like a lot of shootings but I love like downtown Chicago. I love that area. I don't know. I like it. So
that's fair.
There's a lot of good breweries there.
Bourbon Street's real gross. It's worth going to once, but it's you feel like you need to get all your vaccinations.
So
updated.
I was there for a huge conference. I had to be in like suit and tie and be out at my hotel at like 6:00 in the morning to get to the convention center. We had a huge, and I'm walking over like people passed out, trash. Like the people are still like I think drunk, and I had to walk back at 4:30 when everything's going crazy in like a suit and tie and shirts, and it wasn't the best place to have a hotel.
You don't want a suit and tie on because then all those seedy clubs will think you have money. You don't.
I
was going to say that. Yeah.
And I don't.
The food is amazing.
Hey,
the food is amazing.
Although Todd, I've been in New Orleans twice with my good friend and my best friend, my brother.
Hey, Tony. Hello.
Hey. How's
Where
it
you
going?
been, man?
I've been around. It's been a long month.
Whoa. Tony, Evan, Tony, and Scott.
How's everybody doing?
Good, bud. How are you?
I'm good.
So we've been in New Orleans, brother, and it's
we sure have.
It's a little seedy on Bourbon Street. So.
Yeah, that's an experience.
But one of the things about Bourbon Street,
smell.
It does. Yeah, the Ravens won their last Super Bowl in New Orleans, and my brother and his best friend Matt went there, and the thing about going to a Super Bowl when your team's playing, it can be either glorious or a waste of $4,000. Luckily they won, and so I'm talking to him after the Ravens win, and he's on Bourbon Street, and he says to me, Todd, hopefully he's not listening right now. He said, "I'm happily married and I have 2 kids, and this is the greatest night of my life." The Ravens have just won the Super Bowl, and he's been partying on Bourbon Street all night long. Now afterwards, I can only imagine that's got to be a good place to win the Super Bowl. It's got to be a bad place if you lose, but a great place if you win.
Andy, we were there right afterwards.
We were, and the funny thing is, so Tony and I stayed at the Hilton where the Ravens stayed when they played the Niners, and we were talking to some of the people that worked at the hotel, and they said the Ravens were just really cool. They said, Joe, and they actually said this, Todd. Joe came down to the bar, was hanging out with people, and just they were just drinking, and they said John Harbaugh was really cool. Like everybody was really nice. Like they said the Ravens were really class act. The Niners stayed at the Marriott, and people who were there said they were all kind of like the biggest bunch of jerks that you could possibly meet.
Come on, really?
This is to Tony. You remember the story, right? I'm not making this
absolutely.
up. So,
yeah.
So I was very happy to be a Ravens fan that day, and so it must be a California thing. Monica shaking your head in the corner. Don't think we can't see you in the background. Yeah, but
no,
I don't know. A little East Coast charm there. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
guys, what is the legacy of Joe Flacco for Ravens fans?
It's almost non-existent.
Is it complicated? Is it complicated?
Now listen. No, I'm just saying. No, hold on. Hear me out. Right now, it's all about Lamar Jackson. Like he took over the. Like it's almost like I wasn't finished, Andy. The legacy is it right now is non-existent because of Lamar. Like Joe took us to it and won a Super Bowl. He had one of the. But hold on, hear me out. I think as time goes on and you celebrate that, we would not have won that Super Bowl without him. He got us that Super Bowl. Honestly, it wasn't the defense. He went on an amazing run in the playoffs. So as time goes on, I think his legacy will be he basically won. He was a Super Bowl MVP. He won us that Super Bowl. But right now, it's all Lamar Jackson.
Sure.
So actually, Evan, that's 150% false. And I got to tell you,
not false at all.
So yes, Lamar is fantastic. One of the best athletes I've ever seen come along in my lifetime. He's also 0 for 2 in his first 2 years as a playoff.
Oh my God!
Joe was not 0 for 2 his first 2 years. In fact, Joe has the most road wins of any quarterback in the history of the National Football League. He has tied Joe Montana for the best postseason in the history of the National Football League. We have 3 AFC championships, 6 turns to the playoffs, and 1 Super Bowl, of which he was the MVP. So until Lamar, the boy wonder, wants to go ahead and do something outside of the regular season, and fanboys like
Lamar's been in the league for 2 years, and he's trying to. Joe was in the league for 14.
He was.
like,
in Joe's first 2 years, he had 5 playoff wins in 2 years.
He also had Ed Reed and Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis on that defense behind him. So I'm going to go there because they had a big part in it.
We had the best team in the NFL this year. We lost in the first round.
I get it, Andy. We're getting off a tangent here.
I really love the grenade in. I didn't realize it. I'm sorry.
I just muted Todd because
Andy, you muted yourself.
You, I think.
No, Todd.
All right. You guys are both cut off. Both. Just stop.
Okay, so
there we go. We're
question.
back. It's much better now. Calm down, everybody.
It's not Joe Flacco. So Lamar Jackson, right? I mean, Lamar Jackson is amazing. I'm a huge Chiefs fan, right?
Yeah.
And so the Mahomes thing is exciting and all that. But I mean, to me, Lamar Jackson is there,
correct,
on that level. The one thing I worry about is that guy is eventually gonna take a hit when he's running for 140 yards every game. I mean, that was Michael Vick, right? Michael Vick was electric for 5-6 years, and then I think the dog fighting caught up with him first and foremost.
That's true. That is true.
But
That'll get you.
But I think the mileage on taking all those hits from running so often.
Evan, I think you have to take that with what it comes. I mean, you can't take that away from him. So you have to take that with the way he plays. No one else plays that way, and it's a worry, sure, but you can't. I mean, you can't change him. You can't change. You can't change him, and if it happens, it sucks. So I don't know. Anyway, we're getting way off topic. Can we drink? Can we drink?
Well,
Bring everybody on and drink. Tony, you have Jack?
It looks like Jack, but it's not.
Oh, what is that? What do you have?
It feels plastic, but it smells real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all I can say, and I'll put this to rest.
Oh my gosh.
Justin Verlander is one of the greatest pitchers that we've seen in our generation for baseball. That's not something that we can question. He sucks in the postseason. Now, I'm not saying Lamar is not there yet. Joe was not the world's greatest quarterback in the regular season, but we called him January Joe for a reason. When he got into the postseason, he was money. And the couple years at the end after the Super Bowl, he had a crap team around him with no supporting cast. You can't deny any of that. Joe,
I didn't say that. No, I'm not. Listen.
So when we say his legacy is tainted because of Lamar, Lamar.
No, I didn't say that. He said, "What is it right now?" And no one's talking about Joe Flacco. No one talks about Joe Flacco around here. Scott, help me out here.
Who's talking about practice?
Who's talking about Joe Flacco?
I'm talking about him. People
besides the Canturna household. That's it.
Well, all I'm saying is he is elite.
I got a quarterback option with elite sauce.
Elite sauce? That's me. I'm elite.
Super
Damn
chats, and
right
we didn't get it.
Yeah,
Take the super chat away. Whoever gave it, Micah, take it away. Take it back,
Damn
Micah.
right, you're elite. So there you go.
Ravens fans did not support Joe Flacco like a elite quarterback.
No.
That guy was like the excuse for everything that went wrong.
I like Joe Flacco. Don't get me wrong.
Like, we are winning because Joe Flacco took $120 million after winning a Super Bowl.
He was checked down, Joe. He was checked down, Joe. He pretty much checked down Joe.
He didn't check down in Denver when he took out Peyton, and then he took out.
I loved them.
Brady, and then
he had. Look at the years he had targets to hit, or more than one targets to hit.
I agree with you.
And was healthy.
Not
his numbers speak that like.
Well, as what? What does his numbers speak for? Tell me that. During the regular season.
For 7 years, he had a tight end to throw to, and that was it.
Okay, I'm not arguing that, but you can't say his numbers speak for themselves because they don't. They don't speak for themselves.
Actually, his playoff numbers do, and that's what counts.
I didn't say that.
Making it to that many postseason, to making it the postseason.
Boy, we have completely derailed here. Way to go there, Evan. Thanks for throwing that little bomb into the room and just.
I had no idea that Joe Flacco would ever be this polarizing because from a non-Ravens perspective, he's like the most milquetoast.
Thank you.
Like
that's
whatever
my point.
Guy.
That is my point.
Yeah.
He just said my point.
Not get rattled.
And Monica just gave us a super chat. Thank you, Monica, for getting us off this tangent. What do we have to do? That great. He has to do the thing again. Damn it.
Oh, do I get to do it again?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I get to do it again. And by the way, this is Joe.
Oh man.
Flacco, because
thanks, Monica.
I got a quarterback option with elite sauce.
Elite sauce? That's me. I'm elite.
That's great, but you get yeah. Anyway, thank you, Monica. You're the best. Let's drink already. She's right. Let's drink already. All right, let's drink.
It's
Bring everybody
fine.
up.
I mean, hey, whatever. I'm just saying.
All right, let's bring some people up here.
So, who
Hey,
all got
everybody.
Jack and which ones?
All right, we're all here now. Monica, thank you for that super chat.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Oh my God.
All right, so
that entire exchange was great. I'm just thank you for that.
We're over it, Micah. No more talking
I thought
about
Cowboys
it. We're
fans
over
were the
it.
only ones who went through that. So I love y'all.
all right.
That just made me feel
That
good.
was so 30 seconds ago, Micah. Let's move on.
Who has Jack
got
Daniels?
Jack?
Raise your hand if you have Jack.
I have Jack.
Oh, Monica, you do too.
I have my green apple.
Okay, Evan, what do you have?
I have Jack Daniel's single barrel because I don't like Jack at all. So I went to the liquor store last night and said, "What is the varietal of Jack that tastes the least like Jack?" And the guy said the single barrel.
Scott, is that true?
Yes, it is, and it's quite nice actually. I like
All right.
The apple tastes pretty much different than the regular black myself.
Is it good? You like it? You like it?
I
Monica?
love it. I love the apple and the honey.
Oh,
Delicious.
good. All right, Ocean, what do you got there, Jimmy?
You got the
He's got
legacy.
the legacy.
Legacy, Andy. That's what you had too, right?
Yeah.
I got
Is
the
it-
legacy. Yeah, we
Yep.
got legacy number 2.
And I'm the only one that has Gentleman Jack. So can you tell me about this real quick, Andy and whoever else knows? It says double mellowed. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. So remember I told you about the Lincoln County process? So
Yes.
they basically put it through like 10 feet of maple char.
Oh, right.
Called-
Okay.
They do it twice
Okay.
for the Gentleman Jack.
80 proof on this. Have you had this, Andy? Anybody else had the Gentleman Jack?
It's much better than
Yeah.
regular
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
That's good.
Yep, Tony.
It's good. Oh. All
Tony
right.
and I
Is
did
that one
for a
I should
while.
try, Scott?
Ooh.
Is it on the
It's
lighter
good. We
side, maybe?
Tastes just like McCormick's.
You're drinking the legacy.
That is good.
Or are you
That's
talking
pretty
about
mellow.
the
That is
Gentleman
smooth. That's not bad at all.
Gentleman Jack.
Oh, okay.
Todd.
I taste.
You
Todd,
ready?
who else likes? You know who else likes Gentleman Jack?
No.
Who's that?
God.
Oh, God.
Oh my God,
Flacco.
Joe. That's when he won the Super Bowl right there.
Todd, you need to work on
Monica.
running graphics.
Flacco.
I know how to do great.
Monica, this was not my fault. That was all Andy.
That was all
You can't-
Top
that's
10
not what I
Joe
mean.
Flacco moments for the next show.
There you go.
by the way. Top 10 Joe Flacco moments.
God.
I love it.
We wouldn't have anybody.
We've got it for our next 2 weeks are set. Brian Miller wants to do top 10 Expo moments,
No.
and then
I
we'll do
won't
top
be here.
10 Joe Flacco moments.
No.
And Todd
So
won't be here. He'll be
I'll
burning
be
his
out
feet, so we're
sick.
fine.
I'll be out sick in 2 weeks then. I can't even feel it coming on.
Scott, Andy, what do you guys drink? How do you like it? What are you drinking? I'm sorry. You did the store pick. How's the store pick, Scott? I think Scott's frozen. All right, go to Andy.
Yes.
Andy, how's yours? Oh, there he is.
Scott hardly moved, so I thought that he wasn't.
I know, right?
I'm good. I'm good now, I think.
So what do you think of your store pick?
What'd
It's
you
good.
ask?
What do you some of the flavors you're getting off that
it's
store
delicious.
pick?
It's delicious. It's nothing like regular Jack Daniels. It's besides 133 proof. But
Jeez, so this is only
I mean,
80.
it's just a ton of vanilla, a little bit of banana, which I think always shows up in
I'm getting that too off of this. Is that that's weird? I was thinking banana. I don't. Is that really something that was in the Gentleman? Like this, I take
a lot of
oaky.
people.
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't
lot of
trust
people
you
pick
because
up
you
a
guys said that beers tasted like an orange creamsicle.
Well,
No,
it's
you're not.
subtle.
You're not
It's
gonna
subtle.
drink it. It tastes like it's you're very subtle and like you got to look for it.
Hey, there's Shade. Shade, what's going on?
There she is.
Hey,
Cheers.
how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Girl.
Hey,
Doing
hey,
well.
Man,
hey,
bringing food and everything. Good Lord.
All right. Did we all go dilly dilly?
Yep.
Dilly. Tony, how you doing, man? Cheers, buddy. Everybody. Evan. What's going on out of the bottle there? What is that?
Barefoot.
Barefoot pink Moscato.
All right, there you go. Hey.
hey, Jimmy,
That's
I'm actually liking this this legacy. I wasn't loving the smell on it, but it tastes good. This is
Yeah.
a tasty. I like it. This is good.
I haven't
But
had
what's that
I've already
cost? Something
sucked
like
the
that.
neck out of this thing.
Dang, what's it cost? Something like that for that bottle.
Like $20.
That ain't bad at all.
No, it wasn't
It was
bad.
like 28 for me.
I didn't see the legacy at my store.
Someone's having a
Uh-oh. Amber alert.
Scott, I think this was like this is a
one like
smaller
every day.
bottle. It was, I think, 25 or 30. It wasn't much. It wasn't that. I thought it would be more than that. It's the smaller bottle. So
Yeah, it's reasonable.
yeah. All right. So
Yeah,
the consensus is
the
Jack
single
is
barrels
good.
start getting up there. They get up to like $50.
So
that's easy to drink.
I'm gonna mix this now.
He's mixing it now with a little Dr. Pepper.
Little Jack and Coke.
No, it's a Diet Pepsi.
Yeah,
Diet
usually
Pepsi.
it's Diet Pepsi.
About that much.
Evan, what did you think of yours? What do you think?
It doesn't taste that much like Jack, so it's a winner.
Good.
To me.
All right,
I'm
there
just
you
not
go.
a huge Jack fan. I got too many bad memories of like 16 to 22. I think is where that comes.
That's
from.
what Scott said.
Jack was my brother from another mother years ago, and now I just look back and I'm like, there's a lot of bad choices made on Jack and Coke.
Oh.
Shots of Jack.
You know, ruined my military career.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! Oh man! Hey, Mike, are you still drinking that on that Four Roses down there?
Yeah, I'm working on the Four Roses with the Dr. Pepper cream soda. It works well.
Dr. Pepper
Out of a
cream
bro-
soda. We learned last week that Dr. Pepper is the greatest drink ever invented. Right? Is that correct?
No. It's better in Texas.
Better in
He's going to
Texas.
send it. He's going to send us a Dr. Pepper cream soda
Correct.
from Texas that is better than Baltimore.
Yes.
Correct.
I will
It's
send y'all-
different?
You'll get that with some beers. I'm going to send you some Dr. Peppers cream
Yes.
sodas.
Supposedly it's different. We were informed last week.
I haven't
is.
had cream
That's-
soda in a long time.
Ocean, you are. You know what? That's the funny thing is by
Y'all
the
don't know
time
about
Monica's.
these stores.
Oh, there you
Hi,
go.
Olivia.
That is funny.
Wrong.
All right. Well, so here's the question.
What you thought, Meg?
We got to
These
think of a
are
good
out of
topic.
Oklahoma.
It's that.
Oklahoma.
It's
And
that time of the
they
night.
only go a certain distance.
Out
Like
of
they're actual
Tuttle,
like
Oklahoma.
think of them like a McDonald's or a fast food chain, but they will only have stores out to a certain distance away from the one farm that produces all of their stuff.
Wow, that's cool.
They make ice cream, produce, all sorts of stuff, burgers, all of it. Really, really good. Really, really good. But they only go like what I want to say it's
I don't know the distance, but it's however
200
long
something
their like 18-wheeler trucks can leave and then get back within a single day.
Was he talking about McDonald's and then going really, really good, really, really good? Remember that commercial?
Yeah.
Little hungry, little hungry.
Yep.
Brahms. You should look
a
up
shout
there.
out to Olivia.
Brahms. We got Brahms.
Yeah.
Do you have Brahms?
Oh yeah.
Just as free.
I
Free as
All right, so guys, it's that time of the night. We're wrapping things up. What any insights on what bourbon for next week or whiskey? Any guys have thrown anything out? Something affordable that we all can possibly get, maybe, kind of. What do we want to do, Andy? Come on.
I say Old Granddad 114.
Oh God, that's the one. Oh shoot. Oh no.
Is that
Oh,
like
no.
that dad stuff? Because if so, no thanks.
Monica, you're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it, Monica, but it's good.
You know what? The ones I haven't liked, I've been mixing with Sprite, and they're all right.
There you
Actually-
go.
I've been drinking them.
No,
I mean, look-
Monica, if you like mixing,
Look at the Elijah Craig. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Oh, gee. There you go.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Monica, you're gonna love the Old Granddad because
The
it's
only
a
one
big,
I haven't does. Why am I gonna like it? Sorry.
it's a big cinnamon bomb. So if you
Oh.
mix it with like a 7-Up or something like that, it's like a big cinnamon, like it's like Red Hots in a glass. You're gonna love
Who
it.
makes it? Who makes Old Granddad?
What's it distilled under? What's OGD distilled under it, Scott?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, I
guess
stumped
gotta
him.
be- It's gotta be Jim Beam. But I don't remember actually off the top of my head.
Scott, what was the stuff that you
I
got
feel
us
like
that
it's
was
Jim
really
Beam.
expensive at the end
Basil,
of that line
Basil
pour?
Hayden is the same thing.
Oh.
Was it Basil Knob Creek? What is it? I'm trying to.
Knob Creek is Jim.
That's Beam too, right? OGD 1.
Someone's typing it.
I know. Sorry, I meant to.
All right. And Monica,
Sorry.
can you also put the link
Yeah,
to your
it's
channel
being-
for
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
after show?
It's Beam Santori.
Me. Me.
So
After show pour?
Yeah.
That
Are
was
you guys able to come this week? You guys are all coming over,
Andy
right?
Andy
So
came for a very
I might be able to pop in for a couple minutes, but I have a big conference tomorrow, bright and early. So
Well, Why would you schedule one on a Wednesday? You
That's a
know
very
what?
good.
I don't schedule this one. It was scheduled for me. I was voluntold to do this
You're
one.
so not elite.
Oh, Monica, that hurts my feelings, and she's muted, so we're just gonna remove her real quick.
So,
All kinds of people on the panel. Yeah, come on.
So I have 2 suggestions for next week. that
yes,
you could
go.
buy a variety of. Bullet would be number 1.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Bullet would be a good one. And another one that I don't know how available it is. It is in the Midwest and the West Coast. It's called High West.
Yes.
That's another good one out of Park City, Utah. So
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Which one?
We did High West.
High West Double Rye.
Oh, I love that one. It's affordable too. Yeah. Sorry,
Evan, we did that about 3 or 4 weeks ago when DJ Big George was on. We were doing our one hit. Was it one hit wonders or what were we doing? I forget what.
Boy bands.
Boy band.
Oh, excellent.
Boy band.
Okay, well then I retract that one. But I would say,
but you're right.
Bullet would be
All
one
right.
you could get a bunch of different varieties from.
We can do Bullet.
I like Bullet. Let's do Bullet because we got beer. We have a tie-in with the beer from Guinness, who did it in bourbon.
Can I find Bullet?
Yeah, you can.
You
Find
should. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to go to a
Well,
bed
apparently Shane's gonna be on because we're gonna drink Bullet with you. So
Yep.
apparently she's committing to being on.
Monica,
next week.
they
Nice.
sell Bullet airplane bottles.
Listen, and what is it,
Oh,
Scott?
okay.
The small bottles.
Yeah, they sell the airplane bottles of Bullet. So
There
that
you
might,
go.
you know, that
That's all you need.
then you can try it without
Okay.
buying a whole bottle.
All right. Oh, and you sent me one of those unicorn farts. So
Yeah.
when
right.
everyone gets it, we should all try it together.
Well,
online.
let's try next week. I will try to get these out tomorrow, and then next week we can all come together. I do want Weird Beer Reviews though to try it on their. I want that on his channel, so I'll try to send you 2.
We're doing it
And
on
I'll
ours too.
You want? Okay, so I'll send you guys 2.
I will cut the intro
Yep.
from our unicorn farts, which is one of our funnier intros, and I'll play it next week for.
Beautiful. Here's the thing, guys. When you get it, you have to invert the can. All right. Go like that a few times because the edible glitter falls to the bottom as it's sitting there. We're the dummies. Here's our review. Okay. It's got over 1,000 views. We crack it open, pour it, and we're like, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. The brewer from Duclaw came on our video and said, you guys got to invert the can before you pour it. All the glitter's at the bottom. Right? Andy, am I wrong?
No, in our defense, it says that in small print on the bottom.
Yeah, it
no
does-
one's drinking a beer called Unicorn Farts is going to read the small print.
Well,
on
it
any
says
bottle.
guarantee out of the box.
So I
Maybe
mean,
somebody doing a beer review might read the whole label. I don't know.
Oh,
It'll read a
man.
lot of
Shame.
Burn.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
I know I was at a bar just last week and I said, excuse me, is there any edible glitter in this? That's a question I ask all the time.
Exactly.
when I order
So
beer.
before you guys, Micah and Shade and Evan, make sure you do that a few times, and you'll see
Probably
it grow.
gently though. You don't want to shake it up.
No,
though.
just
Shake it
quickly,
up.
just get it so it's good.
It's a slow back and forth.
And it's made with Fruity Pebbles. It's nothing earth shattering, but it definitely smells like Fruity Pebbles, and you'll see the glitter.
It does smell exactly like Fruity Pebbles.
Thanks,
which is
Anthony.
So
You
All right.
you guys ever drink vodka or any clear liquor on here?
Oh no, but why not, Andy? Why don't we do that?
You know who makes a really good vodka?
Okay, so Jimmy, here again, we probably won't. Again, this is why I say he's like Ron Burgundy, and he'll read anything that's on the prompter. We don't, but yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. I'm
Why
Ron
not?
Burgundy.
No, why
we're
not?
I don't
Why
want to
not?
drink vodka. Why would we want to drink vodka?
No,
on this
yeah,
show?
I don't drink vodka either. Yeah, unless it's like orange vodka that I put in an orange crush.
Unless it's in a crush.
It's in a
They
crush. I'll
have
drink it.
flavored vodkas.
Yeah.
that aren't bad.
Oh,
So if I taught you guys a cool vodka drink, you wouldn't drink it? Come on.
Oh, I would. Yeah, a drink. Yes.
Okay.
A drink, yes.
Not-
I'm not,
Yeah,
Micah, what were you
dude
saying?
driver. My own little
Cabbage
invention.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
I'm
tell
not.
it to you.
I'm not crushing Barton's neat over
No.
here. I'm mixing it. in
Kinky
a cocktail.
vodka makes
Right.
some flavored liqueurs
I guess-
using the same kinky vodka.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
So
it's
it's
a liqueur,
a,
not
yeah,
vodka.
it's a blue raspberry UV vodka, Mountain Dew, and crushed blueberries. It's the dew driver.
I'm
Try
almost
that.
Driver.
gonna be sorry for saying this, but only brown liquor matters over here now. Sorry, so terrible to say. So terrible. to
Jimmy,
say.
that sounds like a
Oh,
glass
man.
of type
I
1
know, I
diabetes,
can't believe I
by the
said
way.
it.
Yeah. Right. It
It
does.
is.
It is. Well, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll
one of
give
these.
you a headache for sure.
There it is.
Cabbage donuts.
Unicorn fort. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in all of its glory.
It's
right
a
there.
pretty pretty label, Olivia.
I mean, you guys are drinking unicorn farts with glitter in it. I mean, I'm
Edible
just
glitter.
talking about that, that's all.
Yeah, it's all good.
Edible glitter sounds like a Wednesday night.
All right, so Andy,
You know we're all gonna turn around the next day and look.
Andy, can you go to Whitey's this week? Because I'm going to send the 4 I got out. Because I'm sending them 2 each so they can have it on a live stream. Can you pick another 4-pack of unicorn farts at Whitey's?
Well, I can. If I do that, I'm not sure I'm going to have enough time to edit all those things you want me to do as well. So
And I'll
you're
go
gonna
get it.
Oh
I'll go
my
get it. I'll go get it, Andy. I'll get it.
Does he submit a timesheet for actual work
No, he
that he does
doesn't.
during the week?
What's that? What's that? Ocean, you want some unicorn farts too?
Or I'll find the craziest looking beer I can find.
There you
so
go.
I can drink with you guys.
I'm gonna go because I have a couple things to do before I start this second
All right.
show. I'll
Put
say
the link in one more
everybody
time.
come in. Okay.
One more time, and that way we're gonna wrap up here too. Everybody, head over to Monica's channel after we close off here. We'll have the after party.
Thank you.
Fun times, and
I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, Monica.
See you, Monica.
All right, so we're doing Bullet next
Yeah,
week.
the second half of the bottle is much better.
The second half is much better. That's how it always is, isn't it?
Got to do Buffalo Trace one week.
We start talking real football then, right?
There you go.
Buffalo Trace is really good.
Yeah,
Trace?
we actually, Scott,
Yeah.
we have a review coming out for Buffalo Trace. They have the kosher their line. We found the high rye recipe that we got, so we're going to review that.
Good.
I'll let you have a sample of that. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was tasty. It was really good.
Good.
So
Very good.
I wanted to hand it to you guys tonight, like 2 beers that I thought had been gone for 2 decades. Killian's Irish Red and Natty Bo's. I didn't even know you could find Natty Bo anywhere.
Natty Bo, baby.
Oh god, it just probably tastes like crushed dreams. That's what I
It tastes
remember.
like crushed dreams. That's exactly what it tastes
does.
like.
That's about it.
Was that canned in the 90s? Did you check the born on day?
If you pulled out a Red Dog, that would have been amazing.
Oh,
I was just going to say, Scott, I think I found this Killian's, and when I pulled behind and reached, there was a Red Dog, and there was a Zima Gold.
Zima.
Zima.
There it is, Zima.
Get the Jolly Ranchers.
Andy, I should have.
I only drank this out of peer pressure. I'm just saying.
I should have got a Steel Reserve.
Oh, there you
Ooh, I like the Steel Reserve.
How about a Mickey? A Mickey's 40. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. That malt liquor.
That'll put some hair in your chest.
Edward Scissors hand on.
Edward 40 hands. Yeah. The trick with that, Scott, is you gotta just annihilate the first one. Just drink it as fast as you can,
Yeah.
because if you do not, as soon as you gotta take a number 1, you have a situation that you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah. We should all bring our best 40s next week.
Oh, that could be good too, Andy. Andy, that's it. We're doing that one week. We're
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
skip that week.
Jimmy, please do not give Mr. Burgundy any
Yeah,
idea.
Jimmy, you're on point tonight, man.
Might want to wait on that one.
You're on point, Jimmy.
Oh no.
Agree to
about 40s.
disagree.
Whale's vagina.
Duct tape, 40. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Should we head over to Monica's, or what do we want to do here?
Yeah, we can start wrapping up, guys. It was great. We'll think of a topic for next week. So
Something.
cheers to
A
you all.
bullet. Yeah, we'll get some bullet.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah,
two
I'm gonna,
two
go ahead,
quick
so-
ones because I wasn't here.
Oh.
Yep.
Augusta National and Field
Oh.
of Dreams.
Yeah, hang
There
tight,
you
with me,
go.
brother. Hang tight, brother. Hold on. But guys, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Cheers, everybody.
We're gonna.
Head over to Monica's. We'll see you there.
So, all right, Tone. So, tell me what did I miss real quick before we start wrapping things up? You said Augusta, and what was the other one?
Field of Dreams.
Oh,
Yeah, Field
You
of Dreams
know-
and Augusta National, 2 of my all timers.
you know they
Where it's in Iowa? Where's Field of Dream? Where is that?
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa,
They were
yeah.
supposed to actually play a game this year.
Yeah.
The White Sox versus the Yankees at the Field of Dreams field.
So yeah, they brought it back.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
brought it back. Pretty cool. So,
The Zima.
Yeah.
all right. So
And,
before we sign off, Tony and Todd, what are you thinking? Maybe spitball some topics for next week. What do you think?
I still want to start doing the 80s rock.
We'll get to 80s rock.
Like, here's my thing for 80s rock. I think we should do like our all-time 80s rock bands. Then we should do ballads, and then
ballads.
and then like one-hit wonder 80s rock. Like, there's so many bands that had one hit.
Well, we're talking hair bands or rock bands. I want to go
Hair
hair
bands.
bands, man.
Hair bands,
I want to
hair
go all
bands.
hair bands. Yeah.
All hair bands, 80s hair bands, all-time 80s hair bands, then all-time 80s ballads, and then all-time 80s like one-hit wonders. Because you're gonna get a much deeper dive in the one hit wonders than you would with your top 10.
You're probably going to get some
Like 3 weeks in a
pushback
row.
on who is and who isn't a hairband.
That's true.
Which would be fun, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, would Aerosmith be a hairband?
I consider them that, but they're like a classic rock. But they were in the 80s a hairband, yeah.
They started in the 60s. I don't think they're a hairband.
Well, I would. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're probably.
But I can't wait for the ballots. I can't wait for the
ballots, right? The ballots.
So Todd, here's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
We'll
3 weeks.
We'll do a little promotion for this.
Okay.
Probably won't be next week, but we will jump into 80s real soon.
Okay. That sounds
so.
good.
If we have a bridge gap, what are we thinking for next week? Something. And of course, Micah wants to know how I'm going to fit Alf in. P.S. Micah, Alf will make an appearance on the 80s.
Oh,
Trust
jeez.
me. I've already got that lined up.
Okay.
Mark my word. You know exactly because you're out of this world, Tony.
You're out of this world.
Don't worry, buddy. It's coming.
Yeah. I don't know, but I like it. For next week, we haven't done anything with fast foods. I don't know if that's still.
Here's what you might want to do is after the huge debate this week.
Oh God.
Elite versus not elite at some point. Top 10 quarterbacks.
Could do that. Of all time? Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would Joe Flacco be in that top 10, Andy?
Yes.
Then it's not a list we're doing.
Or like you top 10 clutch performers, because you have guys like Jeter, who I don't love him, but the guy was clutch performer.
We haven't done sports in a while. The last
we could do. Well, you know what? If you want to do sports, what about top 10 best sports movies of all time?
That's a good topic.
I would love that.
That's a good topic. I like that. Sports movies? Heck yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to highlight Ojian. There's my number one, brother. Let's talk Marino. Best quarterback, I think, of all time. Just did not win the Super Bowl.
Well, because he's like Ken Griffey Jr. He had no one around him. But
put him in Joe Montana's team, and he would have gone on and had 6 rings.
Yep.
So, again, so much. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. Dan Marino doesn't. Things are wrong.
Yep.
Well, Trent Dilfer had the best defense of all time. So,
Yep. So I'm just gonna say there's certain, but now when Joe took us to his victory,
Andy,
it was all.
You're misconstruing. I love Joe. I loved him.
You don't talk very nicely about him though on air.
You really don't.
Listen, no. I think you defend him way more. Listen, I don't think people appreciate what Joe did for us. You're right about that. That's certainly true in Baltimore. But, and there's a big but here. He was not elite. He was great in the playoffs, no doubt about it. And he won a lot of games in playoffs for us. And, Lamar hasn't yet. So you're right. I can't argue on that. But regular season, he was a good quarterback.
Postseason, he was.
I got a quarterback option with elite sauce.
Elite sauce? That's me. I'm elite.
We're okay. All right. So I've got to ask you both a question then.
Yeah.
So 2 Super Bowl rings to 1. Who's better, Eli Manning, Joe Flacco?
Eli Manning. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer probably. Yeah. Look, and the stats will show you that too. Look at his overall stats. Not in the playoffs. I'm not saying the playoffs.
Because Eli Manning was never considered an
I don't think Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame anyway. That's just my personal opinion, but I bet you he gets in the Hall
won
of Fame.
2 Super Bowls over the Patriots.
I know.
For God's sakes.
He's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's I think I don't know. When you say Hall of Fame, I think it's not I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of players that get in that should.
Todd, are you the type of guy that doesn't vote somebody in for like 3 straight cycles? And
no.
Then, on the 4th cycle,
I just think when you think of Hall of Fame, you think of people who changed the course of the game, right? They had a huge impact. I don't think Eli Manning had a huge impact on changing the. You know what I mean? The Hall of Fame should be people who are very.
All right. So here's my problem.
In a way different topic.
No, it's okay.
I love it. This is good.
A good topic. Okay. You have somebody like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Phillip Rivers, is he elite?
No, he's not. He's not a Hall of Famer. No.
Drew Brees, is he elite?
Yes.
How many Super Bowls?
Like 1.
Okay. And
I'm not doing it by Super Bowls.
Did he change the game?
Okay, change the game. It had an impact. So when you played him, he was at one time the best quarterback in the league.
What year would that be, by the way?
No, pick a couple of years. He totally was 3-4 years ago. Yeah, stats wise.
Over Brady and
Yes,
Rodgers.
over Brady. Yes.
So kind of like Lamar the last 2 years, only he didn't do anything in the playoffs.
Yeah, Andy, but hold on, your whole content is it just the playoffs? Because you just argued for Dan Marino. So what are you talking? Is it
good.
you have to do good in the playoffs or you don't? I'm not saying you have to win a Super Bowl. I'm just saying he was the best. When you're the best at something for a long period of time, you're a Hall of Famer. Drew Brees is a slam dunk Hall of Famer.
Tim Raines fought this battle for his whole career, Andy.
That's right, and he's in fittingly.
And I would argue that Tim Raines impacted the game because he was a 5-tool player, right? So he had speed, he had pop, he played defense, he did everything for how many years, right?
Well, that's different. When you're the second best in your position in any sport over the history of the game, that's different. There's a million and that's not true. Name me a better leadoff hitter other than Ricky Henderson. You can't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not arguing with him.
None of these guys are in the same league unless you're going with like what?
Are we arguing? I don't even know what we're arguing about.
I think we're off topic. I'm not sure if we are or not. All I'm saying
it's fun though.
If you look at
is anybody watching anymore? I don't know.
If you look at the body of work that Flacco had from his rookie season all the way until
I've got a good topic. Keep going though.
I mean, whether you want to call him elite or not, the fact that he's in that conversation means people believe he did enough to be considered close.
He's a Super Bowl MVP. So,
guys,
Tony.
I got one for you. Okay. So we're talking about topics.
Okay.
I said Field of Dreams, and I also said Augusta National. Pebble Beach probably would have been one of them too. St. Andrews, but then you have places like Wrigley Field. Sports, top 10 sports, not arenas, but sports settings. I mean, it could.
So you go from like Fenway to
Fenway. You have I mean, football. You have
Garden,
Rose Bowl.
Garden,
You have Augusta National.
Could it be passed? Like they're not around anymore. Like you could have.
You have Wimbledon. You have like places like just
Indy
iconic.
500, the Brickyard. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I like that. That's a good topic. I do like that. That's a good topic across all sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad one
Augusta,
either. So,
Pebble Beach.
Lithgow Fordale Youth Athletic Association.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Well,
going on
that's the home of the Apaches. So
true.
So you're saying anywhere where there's like kind of like a sports like shrine,
any sports venue. I mean,
Iconic
because
sports
you
venue.
know what else? I don't want to give them all
Top
away.
10.
I don't want to give them all away. But
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, a place that most people haven't gone. It's a place like Williamsport, that Little League field.
Yeah.
A place like Omaha. I mean, those are huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Arena for the Baltimore Blast. I mean, it's just Drago, right?
Yeah.
So that could technically be a two-parter too. We could do best sports moves and best sports venues, and that would lead us up to the hair bands.
Well, when do you do the hair bands? Are you
Everything
in July?
hair bands.
I told you we talked about this today, Burgundy. We were thinking of the close.
I know.
To the end of the month,
Well, if you do next week, it's the 14th, and then the following week it's 21st, and you have 3 weeks of hair bands. You're going into August. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, Eddie.
No, we're not going
you're the gourmet around here.
I knew it was coming. You're the gourmet around here, Eddie. So,
Astrodome.
So maybe we'll do a couple sports, especially with the baseball about to kick off in 2 weeks.
I like that. I like the idea. Iconic sports. What do you want to call it? Sports venues. Iconic sports venues.
I like it.
That is. There's a ton. I mean, you could do like Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Jimmy, don't worry. Hair bands is coming, my friend. We're gonna build. This is gonna be huge. We're gonna build
3-weeker. It's a 3-weeker.
I can't wait for hair bands. So don't worry, it's coming.
That's our bread and butter, right?
And well, Todd, Def Leppard's not technically a hair band, so do I get to put them in?
They are totally a head brand, Andy, and you know they are. Hey, by the way, on Sirius XM Radio this weekend, this Friday, they're doing some type of virtual festival where they're on all hair bands, and I think Def Leppard's a part of it. Even like Bon Jovi, I think, is a part of it.
Bon Jovi's a hair band. Def Leppard is not. They're part of the new wave of British heavy metal.
They are a hair band, Andy. So the sooner you come to grips with that, they're
got
a rock and roll band that was an all right.
I got another one.
Oh, geez.
Worst sports franchises of all time.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one. That's a good one. Worst, like
worst.
Cleveland Browns.
I mean, you could either do like year or like just in general. I don't know, but that would be fun.
If you did franchises, you could do everything from Cleveland from start to finish, pretty much.
Yeah.
True. So, although the Indians did have some good years there for a little while.
Yeah.
All right. Monica is waiting. We're this is fun. We could. Who cares? I mean,
Well, Scott, we're trying here. Monica was not very nice to me tonight, so I'm delaying.
She did
it.
give us a super chat, Andy. She did.
She did give us a super chat, but she did say she was Todd's best friend. So I'm not.
Well,
sure
that's why I like her. She always defends me. At least someone does.
The problem is the prodigal son returned. I was gone for a month, so
Yeah, where have you been? Good Lord, Tony. We've missed you.
I know. I've missed you guys.
Good. Are you traveling anymore? Are you done?
Not since I traveled for a couple weeks, but
Well,
I'm
hey,
home.
Todd, send Tony and I the link to Monica's.
I don't even have it. I don't even. Okay.
It's in this chat, I think.
Give me a second.
Yeah, send it to me and Tony so we can do that. In the meantime, and now I've a couple things I realized I got to do for next week. One,
yeah,
Scott needs an intro, so I got to do some sort of
totally need
Scott the rope the doc. I got to do an intro.
Here you go. It's right there.
All right, there we go.
See, I'm not worthless.
Somebody email that to me, please. All right, so Micah said she wasn't nice to me either. See, she didn't make friends. Monica's my big sis heading over there. See you there.
All right, let me find.
So yeah, I'll
we're gonna end this here.
I'll head over for a few. You send that to me, guys. This was fun.
Yep.
So I need
fun.
I need Scott. I need a topic, and I need an outro. I think we need an outro for next week too. I'll tell you what.
Endo smells more like outdo.
Tony, since you didn't get to see it, I'll tell you what I'll do tonight. I'll play our top 10 intro as we go out, so you can see what you missed tonight. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. Cheers. Hey, Tony, good seeing you again. Andy, good job, and we'll see you next
Adios,
Tuesday.
muchachos.
All right, Tony.
See you over Monica's.
See you
Go
guys.
to Monica's.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10 list. Let's go.
This is our top 10 list from our home office in Butte, Montana.
We're out, people. See ya.
Well done.
See you guys.
Night, guys.